Oh, look at that. Oh, looks like I was on a Teams meeting. So now my... Wait, should we open with that? Is there a way to make it so that nothing can change your input volume on Windows on a microphone? Is that possible? Is there like some Windows setting to make it so that nothing can change? Unfortunately, no. Oh boy. We have... Oh boy. Whew. All right, hold on one sec.
Oh, he's probably getting his 4th Red Bull of the day, huh? Wait, he's going to be at the Streamer Awards tonight? Oh my god, he's going to show up! Holy shit! I knew it! I knew he wouldn't let me down. He's going offline early. Don't lie to me. I gotta get my suit on still. I've been building all morning. Well, my suit's not on yet. I got 4 hours, brother. Building what? I don't even know.
Who the fuck are you talking to? You're literally talking
Chat.
to yourself in here.
Schizo. They exist. I like that your thing updates with who you're debating.
Well, when I update it, it does, yeah.
Right back, gotta get my coffee.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mandatory Dillahunty meme. Regarding mic volume, it should be possible via using the program Voicemeeter Banana, but why? No, stop. I'm not downloading a whole other fucking audio thing. Good video to watch.
Well, there's a big headline. The
6 or 7 sequence was like 6 or 7 shots where you had to be sequence.
He said the meme. Do you know Hugh Laurie is also a music artist? Yeah, I know everything there is to know about Hugh Laurie. Yeah, because I think in House, I think he's playing the piano in all the scenes where it shows him playing the piano. Oh, well,
I watched that shitty movie.
Oh, wait. Can you wait like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I need more people to filter in because we need to go off on this movie. Did you make Peach watch it with you?
No, I was trying to get her to watch it, but she was like, "Why would I want to watch a shitty movie?"
No,
like,
why'd you tell her it was a shitty movie?
Well, she asked. She's like, "Is this going to be a bad movie?" Because I think she's heard me talking about watching a shitty movie.
Wait, so what is she doing in the house while you're watching a movie?
She was playtesting our friend's new roleplay server.
Not to be weird, but like, you guys are how old and still play games? Yikes.
As he's logging into Final Fantasy Tactics
Logging
like a fucking boomer.
in to a single player game, Mooten? Really? Logging in?
Can you pause the game? Pause it, Stevie!
Did you follow the recent drama with the actor that played Chase? Wait, what happened? Yeah, isn't
Chase
Penta,
what?
isn't that guy like a pedophile or something? I don't know. Sorry, I'm
What are you doing?
My bad.
No.
I'm sorry. That subreddit loves me. They post on me all the time. How can I say no?
That's not his subreddit.
No, that whatever that RP subreddit is.
Yeah, that's super
they love
funny
me.
that they post you. They do. They do.
Yeah, so I need to...
You get a clip farm for him.
Does this combat set change the job as well? Like if I were to change this dude's job to a whole ass other thing and then combat set apply.
Can we get a poll if we liked the 2-minute thing that we did last night?
Well, yeah.
I thought that was
sometimes it's
actual
good,
cinema.
But not all the time, right?
What do you mean?
It's good sometimes. We don't want a 2-minute limit every guy. Are you saying like nobody should ever be able to...
I like the voting. And I think chat was actually doing a good job. I don't think there was anybody who was having an interesting conversation that was kicked out.
Oh, sure. Wait, he was calling somebody somebody retarded on Twitter? Wait, what was happening? Was the Chase actor having a crash out? A legitimate crash out?
Who's the Chase actor?
You don't know from House? You don't know Chase?
Oh, what? Sure. But there's
There.
a million people named fucking Chase.
Really? Name one other Chase. Famous Chase. One more. One. Just a single one. Single one.
Chase Keenum.
Who the fuck is Chase Keenum? Exactly. And there he goes, making shit up. There he goes.
Chevy Chase.
Chubby Chase. What is that? A Chuck E. Cheese animatronic?
Okay, hold on. I want to look at what this guy's doing on Twitter. What's his name? Jesse Spencer?
Can you explain why we are doomed? I was gonna put an explanation here, but I'm kind of worried that there's a more technical explanation and I could be wrong. So I decided not to. But like,
Wait, what are we doomed about?
unless I'm completely misunderstanding how bond markets work, the Treasury Department tweets out, the U.S. Treasuries are having their best year since 2020, and the investors who had confidence and faith in President Trump's economic policies have been richly rewarded. Never bet against the President of the United States or America. So I'm pretty sure bond market returns are roughly, I think it can get more complicated, but I think these are roughly correlated with other investments available at the time and with faith in the U.S. economy and with like outstanding debt in the U.S. economy. Like all of these things kind of factor in. So what it means when you say it, it's, well, no, actually, I think diametrically, I think I'm just correct here. When you say something is good for an investor, now it's kind of weird because when you buy a bond, you think of it as an investment, and I think it kind of is an investment, but it's also kind of a loan. You're loaning money to the U.S. government. You're loaning money
They'll
to
pay
the
you back
government.
at an interest.
Exactly. Now, when the bond market rates go up, what that's telling the world, the message is that the United States Treasury is having trouble borrowing money from people, so they have to increase the interest rates that they pay debt back in order to get people to buy bonds. So with that understanding, what this is saying is if you were buying U.S. bonds under Trump in 2020 or under Trump in 2025, you were getting really good returns, and that is good for you. But on the other end of that transaction is the United States government. So what this bond market returns thing is saying is that under Trump, for both of these terms, or both of these years, the United States economy, or not the economy, I should say the government was in such a sorry position that they had to dramatically increase the interest rates that they were offering for bonds to get people to buy them. And under Biden, people were so hungry for these bonds, the interest rates were really, really, really low.
What's the interest rate on a bond right now?
I think it is quite high.
Are we talking like 5% or U.S. bond interest
Yeah,
rate?
go check. It's like 6 or 7 right now.
U.S. 20 years yield is 4.76.
So it would seem weird to brag about the fact that you're having to offer higher interest rates. Like this is, I think that this thing is saying the exact opposite.
Well, I think it feeds into his retarded fan base who probably buy U.S. bonds.
Yeah, I guess, but it's
And they're like,
all of
oh,
it
I'm
is
getting a really
retarded,
good
I guess.
return. Yeah.
But also, I don't even know if this graph means anything because it says constant maturity total return index. I don't even know what that means. Like a bond is always maturing no matter what, and you're getting paid out. Otherwise, the U.S. government is defaulting on their debt, number one. And number two, if this has to do with the maturation of 10-year treasury notes, then these are notes that were sold in 2010 to 2015. So I don't know what the fuck. So it might just be a worthless graph at all, but yeah.
Apostate said, well, look who's the zero-sum guy now, Destiny.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I just thought it was a shitting comment on you, and you might get mad.
The index holds a set of bonds at a specified average maturity and sells them as they get too close to maturity and buys new, older ones. Okay. How's your day going? Did you guys stream this morning?
Nope. Saturdays I usually take off, but today we're going to do Saturday night, streaming the Streamer Awards. I see you're going to be in attendance. And then I just built, it's on your title.
Based.
I built I've been building furniture. We're building like when you go inside to like a house, there's like a fucking place to put your shoes and a place to put your fucking coat and all that. I'm building that.
Wow.
Was that a Red Bull?
Nope, my hot chocolate. I drink one hot chocolate, then I drink my Red Bull. What happens to the interest rate when the bond returns are high in the U.S. economy? Destiny, for example, the interest rate of bonds increases from 6 to 7%. My guess is when bond rates go up, the federal funds rate has gone up, and interest rates in general would go up. That would be my guess, I think.
This game is longer than I ever could have imagined.
How do bond rates? Wait, hold on one second.
Wait, he's getting up? Oh, I gotta take another break. Hey, sorry guys, clocked in 10 minutes. I gotta go take a break. Is this a fucking Moon stream? Dude, Moon takes the longest breaks out of any streamer. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't even know what he does. Like, what do you go do for 15 minutes?
Oh! Wait. How are bond rates set? Investopedia. What? Yes! Take up half my screen. Yes! Keep popping up. Yes!
Yes, put the ad on.
How is the interest rate on a treasury bond determined? The yield on U.S. Treasury securities, including treasury bonds, aka T-bonds, depends on three factors. The face value of the security, how much the security is purchased for, and how long until the security reaches its maturity date. Many external factors influence treasury prices and yields, including the monetary policy of the Federal Reserve and the perceived health of the economy. Treasuries are bonds issued by the federal government. A treasury bond... Oh, wait. Key takeaways. That'll be said down here. T-bonds don't carry an interest rate as a certificate of deposit would. Instead, a set percentage of the face value of the bond is paid out at periodic intervals. This is known as the coupon rate. For example, a $10,000 T-bond with a 5% coupon will pay out $500 annually, regardless of what price the bond is trading for in the market. This is where current yields become relevant. Debt instruments don't always trade at face value. If an investor purchases that same $10,000 bond for $9,500, then the rate of investment return isn't 5%. It's actually 5.26%. This is calculated by the annual coupon payment, $500, divided by the purchase price, $9,500. Do you hold this bond indefinitely, or do these mature? No, they hit a maturity period and then they're done, right? I think so. Yeah, okay. As the previous example demonstrates, the yield on a bond rises when the purchase price of the bond drops. T-bond purchase prices are determined by the supply and demand for treasury debt. Prices are bid up when there are more buyers in the market. Treasury debt is considered an extremely safe investment. Since the government has its own printing press in the Federal Reserve, there's virtually no chance of the Treasury Department defaulting on its bond obligations. This means that treasury rates are very important. The lower than interest rates are on treasuries, the cheaper it is for the federal government to borrow and vice versa. This means that in a low interest rate environment, the government can fund more projects and expenditures on more favorable terms. Which, if your return is holding, you get the interest payments. Okay. Wait, Proteus. Once it matures, is it done, or do you get the full cost of the treasury bond back to you as well? So, like when a $10,000 treasury bond expires, do you get your final like for this? When this expires, would you get your final $500 payment and $10,000 in cash? Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Treasuries are considered the safest of all investments in the U.S., except for DGG subs. Since the government has never defaulted on its own debt, this makes it a proxy for the so-called risk-free interest rate. When times are uncertain, investors tend to take money out of more volatile assets, such as stocks, and put them in safer investments like treasuries. That increase in demand can force T-bond prices up and pushes T-bond yields down. Okay.
You have a low T-bond.
What does that mean?
You know. Do you not use a pop filter?
No.
Okay.
I think some mics are really prone to plosives. This one is pretty good with plosives. I don't know why. You can still hear them a little, especially if I'm really close. You can hear my plosives pretty, but it's okay. I don't think I need one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was just curious.
Well, Mooten. Well. So,
Oh, we're talking about the movie now? All right.
yesterday, you watched a movie.
Yep, I watched one battle after another. And I messaged Steve about 30 minutes into the movie.
What'd you ask me? What'd you say?
Let me pull it up. I said, did you guys dupe me to watch some shitty porno? Holy shit. I'm going to be honest. I almost gave up on this movie 30 minutes in, which I've never done before. And I didn't do it this time, but I was close. Because, and I'm glad that the movie changed. But the first 30 minutes of that movie are just so weird. Overly sexual for what feels like no reason. I don't even want to use the word like incredibly woke, but like weirdly woke.
It wasn't even really woke, right? The movie wasn't. It had like 3 like kind of woke-ish jokes, but like that, it wasn't even like a woke. So I don't even know what the fuck the point. Yeah, sorry, keep going. I do agree with I'm a little bit annoyed because I was like happy because I feel like we've hit a point socially where we don't have the fucking weird. How old are you again?
28.
Okay, I don't think I'm hallucinating this, but I feel like at some point in time, every single fucking action movie that came out always had like fucking weird sex scenes in it. So like if you wanted to watch like, oh cool action movie with mom and dad or whatever, you always have to like sit there and
you get through the main character having sex with
the whatever woman
interest.
he saved or whatever. Yeah, and it's like, okay, whatever. Mom, just don't watch this part. Yeah, it was always whatever. But yeah, it was just something you got over, okay? But this movie's intro was so much.
I assume this is a rated
what was
R
she doing?
movie,
Was she
right?
like it has to be. Don't they say
I'm
fuck
looking
or
it up,
something?
yeah.
What is it? Battle another day? Fuck, I can't remember.
One battle after
One
another.
battle after
Another rating.
Okay, yeah, rated R.
Okay, yeah.
I also don't even know, like, because I said something yesterday. I don't actually think it's true. It's like, oh yeah, the guy's also like he likes black people, even though he's supposed to be racist and he's dealing with some latent homophobia, whatever. But I guess actually that was me being heteronormative to imply that just because that woman was pegging him or whatever, that he wants to be gay, because he could just be straight, but like that, I guess. Well, what was she eating his ass or like pegging? I don't even know what the fuck is. Why?
I think he was just like, I don't know. He was just like a weird fucking subby guy, it feels like. And he was like weirdly defensive of the girl who said like, you're gay. He like freaked out, I would say, a little bit on it. So he might be, I'm not sure.
Which one was that? It was, I'm trying to remember when that happened in the movie. But somebody called him.
Oh, I feel like it's the daughter. Was it the daughter calling him gay? Yeah, I think so. And then he was like, I'm not fucking gay.
What girl called him? Oh, his daughter. That was it, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
daughter during the test scene.
Real quick. Never mind. Yeah, keep going. Talk through it.
All right. So we get through the first 35 minutes of dog shit. I don't feel like you ever really find out what the motives of the French 75 are, but I think you kind of are shown it, which I think is actually nice that they did like, that versus.
Wait, are you? I feel like sure. You're just like a woke.
Yeah, I'm saying this is probably like an okay thing. I appreciate them not being like the French 75 are fighting against fascism. Sure. So I mean that's a plus on the movie, I guess. We get into the lady's pregnant. That felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, but that's fine. She's pregnant with either what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio character or the Lockjaw baby. You don't really find out at the beginning, which is whatever. Then she's got the kid. She's still a revolutionary.
Are we supposed to know? Does Leonardo DiCaprio's character ever even find out or know that that's not his daughter?
He never finds out. No.
Okay.
I would assume he would not know.
No,
either.
There's no. I don't think so because there's no indication given for that.
Yeah. Okay. we move into the mom goes out. They do like a weird robbery. Again, weirdly sexual. The one black lady is up on the counter being weirdly sexual. I don't remember her exact fucking quote. Jungle pussy. Yeah, I think that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
They get caught because they're retarded, which is a bit weird. I feel like they were retarded in this robbery versus at the beginning of the movie, it kind of shows them being pretty
Well, I think they get,
all
like-
together like a unit.
They get mega fucked because she, for whatever reason, I don't know if she just loses her cool. She kills that dude, right?
Shoots the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, which I'm guessing they hadn't murdered anybody up to that point.
Yeah, maybe. But I
Well,
don't know how that affects police response.
I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
oh well, my guess, I don't know. I'm guessing at this point is like maybe the guy like drives like extra recklessly because he's trying to get away because she just
Away?
murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Okay. For them not murdering anybody, they're pretty excited to get the fucking lady. So I think they probably killed somebody.
Wait, they're excited
But
to get
we
what
can-
lady?
The mom. They capture the mom and they're like fucking pumped. Like, we finally caught a fucking French 75.
Oh well, they're happy because it seems like they have been involved in a lot of like terrorist activities, right? Like blowing shit up
Yeah.
or freeing illegal immigrants or whatever. So it makes sense that they would be happy that they finally got somebody, right?
Yeah. I would just think that they probably have killed somebody at that point, but yeah. They capture her. She turns to kind of like preserve her own life, which makes sense. Then she's like in witness protection program. The Lockjaw character comes and puts flowers at the fucking door and is like, knock, knock, knock. She doesn't answer.
Well, because he's
Knock,
like
knock,
he's
knock.
in love with her and she
yeah,
doesn't.
big in love.
Yeah, she doesn't reciprocate, I guess, and she leaves the note for him.
Yeah. But the love is like weird. I don't know. I find it weird that the first scene of the movie is like she sees this Captain Lockjaw and she's like, get it up for me. Get up for me. And he's like starts to get up. She's like, no, get up for me. And
One
then
of the big problems with this movie is that like they don't really follow any thread to like address anything with any satisfying amount of like anything. So like for instance, I like, oh god, I'm starting to see why my audience might have liked this movie because it's the ultimate. You know what movies have become? They've changed from SquareSoft RPGs to Bethesda RPGs where there's like no content and the viewer's
real
just supposed
story.
to
Yeah,
fill it with
you
their own
make it up
shit.
in your mind.
Because like I could see them arguably being like, oh well, look, actually, there's a comparison between the black woman violating her revolutionary values to like get with this kind of like racist white first law enforcement guy and then I guess neo-Nazi dude, and then the guy also has the same issue where he's like in love with or obsessed with this black girl and does like a bunch of weird kinky sex shit, but he also wants to be like in the traditional neo-Nazi group, so they're like the same that way. But like they don't really. I don't actually know. Did the woman ever actually really love the guy, or was she just kind of like using him to get out of like legal shit, or like
Which guy? Oh, the Lockjaw? I don't
Yeah,
think
Lockjaw.
she loved the Lockjaw guy at all. No.
really?
Well, that's why she leaves and says this pussy don't pop for you.
Yeah, but at that point, so much of her life had been fucked, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't think this lady loved any of them. I think that she was just using men for her own
Sure, that might be
volition.
it. Because she literally, she does say, even to the dad, right? Leonardo DiCaprio's character, she's like, I'm leaving. I only care about myself, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I would go with it. Okay. Pussy don't pop for you. She fucks off. Then we get a time skip, and we're starting to get into the most retarded part of the movie for me.
Yeah.
The fucking Illuminati. The Christmas Adventurers Club.
What is the
fuck are we
significance of
doing
that?
there?
What's the significance of that? Well, the guy wants to join some like
Yeah.
elite, it seems like some neo-Nazi cult, but some like very elite racist organization, right?
Yeah. Like who are above all of the laws.
Well, it's like a secret society, so by default, right? It's like the Illuminati or whatever, right? Of course, they're above
Yeah.
the laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to join them. And he's got to go clean up his past where he had a kid and then they find out about it, but he thinks if he just gets rid of the kid that it's going to be all okay.
That's evidence of him having an interracial relationship, right?
Yes. Okay, so we go to the town that now they're living in. Bob and his daughter Wilma or whatever. He's been training her. This is a part of the movie that I kind of liked. I kind of did like Leonardo DiCaprio's character a little bit of like, I'm this washed up old revolutionary who just doesn't fucking remember anything. I found it funny, I guess. I found it funny in a sea of dog shit. So that was just the whole thing. Oh, who was like the Native American character? What was going on there? He's just like another
I think he's
dude who's
just
got
like
connections.
he's just like an illegal. He's like a coyote or whatever, right? Is that what you call him? He he helped the racist dude like traffic people or smuggle people or get people.
Sorry,
killed.
I'm talking about the one oh I guess he was like the one who was teaching like the karate, the sensei, not
the sensei
not the
guy.
coyote.
Yeah. Was he supposed to be Native American or was he supposed to be like a Mexican?
He might have been a Mexican. I might have been just.
I think he was
completely
just
wrong.
supposed to be like a dude who ran a business, but he also like helps with a lot of doesn't he even
Underground
does
stuff?
he explicitly say Harriet Tubman or Underground Railroad? I feel like he explicitly says it at one point, but like that's pretty clearly like his role in that community is to yeah.
He literally spoke Spanish. Oh, you're right. Nobody of any race speaks Spanish
That's
except for
exclusively
Mexicans.
for the Mexicans. True.
Genius, Radiant. What a great point you've given us. Back to Jarvis you go, retard. All right. So he's got a gun. He jumps out of the car. He goes to jail. It seems like the guy, and then Leonardo DiCaprio goes to the nun area where the daughter is. Overall, I mean, this movie was just like pretty boring.
Here's the thing, is that like I don't know, like nothing of consequence happened, or I don't care about it from one thing to the next or anything. It's just like, who the fuck cares? What the fuck is even
I'm supposed to be
going on?
rooting for the revolutionaries, I
Are
guess,
you?
but
I don't even know.
Well, that's what you're supposed to. I assume that's what you're supposed to feel, but I'm not like rooting for them. They're obviously also fucking dog shit people.
There's also like everything is like there's some, I'm not to focus on the plot, but there's some like plot stuff also that's like kind of weird. So for instance, like when the karate trainer guy, when he's like helping Leonardo DiCaprio escape, right?
Yep.
So he's drinking and driving like a good American citizen, and obviously I think as they're driving, the cop sees him as they're driving. Leonardo DiCaprio's character is drinking a beer, and the cop sees him, and that's why the cop is like chasing them. And then the guy's like, put the beer cans into your backpack so that they don't catch me, you know? And then he jumps out of the car, but then as soon as the cops pull him over, he like says like, yeah, I was drinking and driving and everything anyway. So I don't know, what the fuck was the point of that?
I didn't hold on to that, but yeah. Did he say put it in the backpack or put it in the back?
I think he said put it in your backpack. He gave him the...
Okay, if he says put it in the backpack, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's his like reason for running. It's a small... okay, the way I thought about it was like, it's a small reason for running that actually kind of makes sense.
Wait, what do you mean? It's a
that
small...
a cop would...
Wait.
So drinking and driving
Yeah.
is like a relatively minor infraction.
Sure, but why would he admit that to the cop? Why would he just say that?
Because he needed a reason for running.
Well,
'Cause
he could
why-
just say
why else is he running?
Well, he doesn't really need one. If this guy's like
guess,
a top
yeah.
fucking smuggler, it's not like he has to give a fucking reason to the cop. He just said, I didn't see you. Like the cop even asked, like, did you see me back there? And he was like, yes.
He says yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, again, you're left to fill a lot of it in. Maybe he's saying he was drinking and driving and then he's not going to submit to a blood test or whatever, so that he has to go to the hospital where we know that he's got an agent in there to get him out.
That's what we're reading.
Like,
a lot there,
again,
none of which is ever
that's a
shown, and
huge
I don't
leap.
think-
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure all the people that were associated with the thing got arrested and just jailed, right? Because the one woman got that was getting questioned to point them to the nun place or whatever, right? She gave it all up, and he said that she was going to prison, so it's not like there's no reason to expect that she got out or anything, right?
Yes. Was that lady involved with the sensei guy?
I don't know if these people were all directly connected. I don't think that's what you're supposed to take from it.
I don't think so.
But she was definitely connected in some ways with that French 75 group or whatever, right? Because she helped the girl.
Yes.
Yeah, she helped smuggle the daughter out. Also, they made this huge deal about the phone, right? Oh my God, she had a phone the whole time. She lied. She had a phone.
Yep.
But like, so they break it and throw it out of the car, whatever, and none of that even mattered.
Well, I think her having the phone is what led them to being able to know which way she was going.
Nope. Because it's when
No?
they capture that one black lady, they ask her, where is she? You have to tell us. And she's like the nun in the nuns thing, or somebody mentions like the nun hill or whatever bullshit.
Oh, it's no. I don't think a black lady mentions it. I think they follow the trace of the phone, and then they're on like the way. They see like they see like a stall, and then they stop and ask the guy at the gas station. They're like, "Hey, what the fuck's out here?" And he's like, "Well, there's like one thing. It's like the fucking Saint
in the
Nuns or
hills?
whatever."
Oh, maybe that puts them in
Yeah.
the right direction initially. Oh, okay. Sure.
I think the phone gets them on the trail, and then the guy puts them onto like the path.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Is there any point in was there any point at all in it's just so crazy that like there's this big reveal about big reveal or whatever. She's like the daughter of the dude and none of that even matters. I don't think she I don't even think she tells her dad, right? There's no implication to that.
It doesn't seem like she tells the dad at all.
She doesn't seem
no,
to
I
care
don't.
at all. I like that I like that like halfway through the movie, like she finds out her mom was a rat and she's
Yep.
like, was my mom a rat? But like this doesn't actually matter at all. Like nothing matters or has
But
any impact
we're also
on any of
not
these
really.
people.
I feel like I feel like until then we're not really shown that she gives a fuck about like a movement at all. Which
So what,
why
does
would she
finding
care
out
if
her
her mom was a
mom-
rat?
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
finding out her mom is a rat inspire her or something?
I guess I don't know, but I doubt it. I guess maybe it inspires her to like, oh, my mom was a rat. Like I need to fix this. I need to be better than her.
Nah.
I don't know. What are some positives about the movie? I thought it was funny at times, I guess. I don't know if it was trying to be funny intentionally.
I think it was trying to be funny.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, he did good. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, what? The Christmas Adventurers Club sends a fucking assassin to go and kill the dudes, and then he doesn't make sure the guy's dead.
Yeah, that was retard. Well, no, wait. Oh no, yeah, because he wasn't even dead. Yeah, that was weird.
No.
But I guess that's just a plot thing, right? You see the car
I
tip
guess.
over or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you must be dead." Oh, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like this movie could have existed without the Christmas Adventurers Club very easily, and it would have made the movie.
Well, you have to give there needs to be some
Better.
motivation or reason for the guy to be hunting down
Want
his
to go
daughter,
and find
right?
his daughter?
Well, I
Yeah.
guess not actually. I guess he could just be trying to find his daughter.
He
Yeah.
just want to find his fucking kid. Just be a race who wants to find his kid. He also goes and tracks down Bob at the beginning of the movie and is like, "You got a daughter? What's her name? Is she black?" It's like, what the?
Well,
Why would
that-
Bob be answering this shit?
Well, Bob probably just because it's a random guy in a grocery store and he doesn't think much of it. Although, yeah, that is kind of retarded because he's like a.
I would be like,
guy.
"Who the fuck are you, retard? Like, fuck off."
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This movie was dog shit. There must have been some big YouTubers that get reviews under though, because I see like the same shit said over and over again. That's like mindless. Well, I've seen it in my chat. I've seen it in other areas. The two mindless talking points I see, one is people saying like, "Oh my god, everything that had that one Mexican guy in it was such a great scene. It was so crazy to see how like the contrast between how organized and like calm and collected he was versus Leonardo DiCaprio's character was like losing it. Was such every scene was so cool." I guess I don't know. It's retarded. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Yeah, the girl kills everybody. Wait, here's a question. Why did the Indian guy get a change of heart and decide to kill the guys?
I don't think it's explained again, so you're gonna have to come up with your own reasoning.
Maybe he just got tired because of the racist comment from the dude, and the girl was underage.
I think, yeah. I mean, he makes the kid comment. I'm pretty sure it's explicitly that the guy was Native American. So Nameless saying he wasn't Indian is retarded. Because in America, usually you can call Native Americans Indians.
Wait, no. The nameless guy just doesn't know who you're talking about. He thinks you're talking about the sensei guy. I'm pretty sure the
he's-
coyote
okay.
guy was
Indian.
Yeah, because I think
Native
that
American.
comment that when the guy says is the fire wire or whatever getting, I think it was like a racist way to refer to
A Native American.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they also explicitly say at some point that he's like part Native American and he just pretends to be a Mexican or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
Why did he go and just kill them all? I don't know, and I feel like he could have done it in a better way. Because he's obviously not an idiot. He's very clearly very experienced. Why he just walks up and just starts shotgunning them, I don't know. Pretty retarded.
Wait, this, like, see, like, these are, I can tell when chatters are making their own statements and not copying from what some YouTuber said. Destiny, Lockjaw wants him to kill the kid. He says no. Then he says, okay, take her here. And then he notices they are going to kill her. What kind of a fucking retarded statement is that? What? That's
Like, he
saying,
already knows that they're going to kill her.
Yeah, that's like saying, hey, take these drugs. And you're like, no. And they're like, okay, can you just take this pill? I promise it's ibuprofen, LOL. Like, what? That's the most retarded thing I've ever been in my life.
Well, he obviously, the guy wants him to kill him. Like, Lockjaw wants the Native American guy to kill her.
Yeah, so obviously he's taking her to some place to get killed.
Yes,
yes,
to
that's
get killed.
obvious.
Yes.
That chatter's fucking
Yes.
retarded. Yes. He doesn't know until he reaches the place. What? The guy's already asked her to kill his daughter. Why the fuck would he assume that... Stop. That chatter's trolling. Just kidding.
No,
Good troll.
they're
He trolled.
trolling.
He trolled. He trolled. He trolled.
He's trolling.
He trolled. He trolled.
He's trolling.
It was a good troll, though.
Well, yeah, he's even offering him half the money just to take him there because the other half's going to go to fucking killing her, would be the thought process.
Yep. But he's also trolling. That chatter's trolling. Which is good. I think it's good of the chatter. I think it was a good troll. And he
Yeah,
says he's
the
not
mom
trolling.
reads the note at the end.
You mean the daughter reads the note
and-
from the mom?
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
the daughter reads the note from the mom, and the mom is like,
Look me up.
you're going to
when
find me
you're
one day?
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're ready. But why would the daughter want to? Because the daughter thinks her mom is a rat at this point, and the daughter was
you're just not
very
supposed
upset
to,
about that.
You're just not supposed to
Don't ask questions.
question that, yeah.
Yep. If the movie ended with her killing the mom for being a rat, that would have been fucking cinema. I would have been like, all right, you know what?
Based. Bring some chatters in to argue? Gladly.
All right, I'll drag. All right, stream disagreements channel. Let's go. Let's just start with the king himself. DRT0.
Hello. Wait, let me mute the stream. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I think the movie best quality is like it satirizes and exposes kind of both sides of the conflict and the people who are caught in between. For the right wing, the Nazis, it shows how behind closed doors they are extremely like perverted, psychosexually obsessed with the interracial shit. How they're also like mega racist and hypocritical about people who are on their side. Like they talk about the Indian guy that they're hiring. Oh, he tries to be white, but he is actually secretly Indian, so we'll fuck him. And that also plays into why the Indian guy betrays them at the end. On the left, it shows how incompetent and obsessed with like being performative, like in the bank robbery, the monologuing, the cringe like soy statements, like the dumb protocols they have during the phone calls. They show the immigrants as like the only normal people in the group. They are like the most competent out of all of them, because like they are doing it like just to survive, just to be like normal people, not obsessed with ideology or like sexual perversion. There's other things I want to say as well, but I don't know if you disagree with anything I've said until now.
No, I mean, like, these are all things in the movie. They just don't spend, it's just like a couple lines scattered throughout the movie for each of these things. I just don't think that, like I don't know if I could ever say, like, the movie is about these things or deals with them in a way that I would say is, like, narratively or even thematically satisfying. Like, it feels like there's, like, a lot of random shit going on, especially given this movie is fucking long.
I
Yep,
think
2 hours, 41 minutes.
I think the psychosexual perversion angle is like really important about the movie. Like Lockjaw's entire character is centered around this. Like
I'd say it's a theme.
First part when around the mom and his entanglement with her, and then around his hunt for the daughter, trying to like hide his indiscretion, trying to being ashamed, but also somewhat protective because he like, yeah, and also I think you said there wasn't like a purpose to like the reveal of the daughter being Lockjaw's and not caring about it. I think that's like that's exactly what the movie was trying to say. It's like the daughter realizes that it's not the DNA that matters. It's like who raised you. It's like evidenced with the DNA test, with the girl's reaction. She continues calling her father, and
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like this is like the type of thing that you can spend an entire fucking movie dealing with. The idea that like this is all conveyed in like a 3-minute scene with the most generic dialogue ever. Like, it doesn't matter who my real father is. What matters is the one who raised me. Like, okay, thanks, I guess. Like, this girl didn't even know that there was a question about who her dad was until she was in this place for 10 minutes.
She didn't like spell it out so cringely. She was like shocked at the beginning, but like quickly realized like it was so obvious to her that that her father is actually the one she cares about, and it also like makes her appreciate her father more, because in the beginning part of the movie he's like a slob who just makes her life harder, and basically she's taking care of him. But then she realizes like that her mother is like a selfish rat loser, and her biological dad is like a mega Hitler racist. So it's like it gives her appreciation of her own family.
That would have been nice to see somehow, I guess, on screen, but that was a good like fan fiction like side edit, I guess. If that would have been conveyed in any way, size, shape, or form. No, not spell it out, but you should show it because it's a movie, right? Like you show things on the screen where you actually see stuff happen and you convey stuff with like visuals because it's a movie that you watch.
Yeah, when they finally find each other and they're much closer together, like in the way they interact, in the way they finish the movie is much more close together than the way they started.
Yeah, but like
it's like a journey.
Sure, but I mean, has anything changed? Like, I don't see, like, if anything, I don't know if that was supposed to be alcohol in or not. Is the dad still drinking at the end? Is that a wine thing or a bottle that he's drinking out of at the end? And then she goes off to go do her own thing anyway because she's driving to some place that's 3 hours away to go do some more revolutionary shit.
She's got to do some revolution shit. She comes from a long line of revolutionaries.
Yeah, but they're like... how can I say it? At first they were at odds, and now they are parallel. They are like aligned now.
How aligned? How?
In like the way they feel about each other, in the way they.
Oh, they both love each other. Sure, I guess.
In the way they will continue their lives together.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and there were some other things that you mentioned that I kind of wanted to explain or disagree. I think a good parallel was when the mom was captured. You thought what was like the reason for them parading her and etc.
Well, that was what Mr. Moon said, not me. I would never say something that stupid. Got him.
Yeah, if you remember when they captured Luigi. They did basically the same thing with like the mayor posing with him doing like the photo ops.
Wait, what are you disagreeing with though?
That it's like it makes sense. It's like realistic. It's a way to show how this these people get paraded when they get captured. The reason behind that. It's like.
Did I say it didn't make sense? I think I was just saying like if she didn't like kill anybody, then it wouldn't have been such a like a huge occasion. So I was kind of saying like she has killed people in the past, or at least this group did.
Yeah, she killed one person at the end before she got captured, and they also like blew up a ton of buildings as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they were blowing up buildings and shit. Yeah.
They were blowing up buildings.
I think the mom being selfish was and like. Some people are not satisfied what happened with the mom, etc.
Wait, hold on. At the start of the movie, Leo is so paranoid that he's interrogating the daughter's friends before she goes to a school dance. Well, maybe, actually, now that you say that, I guess maybe you could interpret it that way. That kind of just seemed like normal dad shit to me, though.
It was just normal dad shit, I thought.
Yeah, I guess maybe that could have been some revolutionary thing, but...
he gives her the. He doesn't let her leave the apartment without the device.
No, yes, I understand, but I'm saying when he was talking to the friends outside. Holy shit, Chad is actually brain broken.
Yeah,
That was
it's
normal?
Like, it's normal
this is
dad
literally,
movie
like,
tropes.
one of the most normal tropes in fucking... There was literally just a skit yesterday from Always Friday TV, or like 2 days ago, where it was like the dad was talking to the kid and he was like, whatever you do to my daughter, I'm gonna do to you.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a mix. Like.
But yeah, I guess it could have also had to do with his paranoia. Although if he was super paranoid, I don't know why he'd let her go at all, but sure.
Well, I think it's because like he was like infantilized. Like he was like a NEET who the daughter is like more adult than him, at least. Like she's the adult in the relationship basically.
He's incredibly
back to the
paranoid,
mom.
and the daughter literally calls her paranoid in the car. Everybody calls their parents paranoid. Wait, are you guys actually retarded? I actually can't tell if Chad is brain broken on this. There must be a lot of YouTube videos that talk about this movie.
Well, I think the dad is
16-year-old
paranoid,
child,
but yeah.
the 16-year-old child literally said that her parents were, her dad was paranoid about her going to prom. That's how you could tell that he was an extremely paranoid parent. Like, what? Hello? Are you fucking retarded?
No, he was obviously paranoid because of the like the.
Because there's people coming after him his whole fucking life, yeah.
And being like, him being like the top criminal, hunted guy. The mom, I think, was really. I was waiting and cringing that they would bring the mom back for her to save the day, and that would have been like the worst, most cringe like way that could have been resolved. I think it was much better that her arc finished with her admitting basically by her actions that she was like selfish and basically only out for her interest. So it wouldn't have made sense for her to go back into the movie after this. I don't know if you guys disagree with that.
It wouldn't have made sense for the woman to come back in the movie for what reason? Sorry.
For the mom to come back.
At all, yeah. I think her arc finished with her leaving, and
You're just saying the movie's better because she didn't come back and save the day, which I don't disagree with, but it's like polishing a turd.
Well, yeah, I also don't even know. Was it in the letter? Why did the mom even have a change of heart?
What do you mean a change of heart?
Well, because like initially when she runs away from her family, she's like, "Fuck this family shit. I don't
Oh,
want to do
fuck the
any of this
family. I
stuff."
don't give a shit. Yeah.
But then she writes that letter to her daughter, being like, "I know you'll find me when you're ready," or some bullshit.
I mean, it's not explained, but that's probably just normal human behavior.
Okay.
yeah, I think that's like part of her like justification, like self rationalization that, oh, I'm the revolutionary. I have to do this because I'm like the chosen revolutionary. But if someday we will meet again, but like she shows herself that she doesn't care about anyone and that she'll betray anyone, get them killed.
Sure.
It's like part of her self mythos. The Christmas club, I think.
Did you like the car chase at the
part
end?
of-
No, it was also mid. I don't know where. There was also some other YouTuber. I'll find it eventually. There's some YouTuber that said this was the best car chase ever. It wasn't. It was a totally fucking mid random. Like I don't. Yeah.
I thought the cinematography was nice,
Shut the
but I don't
fuck
think it was
up.
like the best car chase ever.
It was
I-
real film. They used real film.
Oh, that doesn't matter to me at all. I felt like it gave a sense of what's the word, like paranoia?
Presence.
I
no,
guess.
sorry.
No, I would
Oh,
say
I
like
think my
paranoia,
favorite part
like-
was I really like the soundtrack. For the
I
entire
think that was a
fucking movie.
callback to the.
I like this for the whole movie. It added so much tension. I was like, oh my god, crazy. That's crazy amounts of tension. I can feel it.
I mean, it did that tension. I don't know.
Yeah, it did. I still felt the
Maybe-
tension after playing the same 3 notes for fucking an hour and a half. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but you're also like a music nerd, so
No, it has nothing to do with music. It's a joke because it didn't. It was a cheap shit, dog shit way. You want to look at tension in music, okay? Look at Uncut Gems. That's a much better sound.
Oh yeah, that
atmosphere,
that
okay?
yeah.
what did you think about the constant TikToking in what was that movie, Nolan movie?
Interstellar.
No, I think he did.
Oh,
it
you're talking
in
about? Are you talking about
Interstellar. I think he
Dunkirk? Did they do it?
I did in Dunkirk as well.
Did you see that in movies with me, Mooten?
Which one?
Dunkirk?
No, I didn't see that.
I'm a baby about my ears. Dunkirk was too loud. I saw that in IMAX, and I was actually upset at how fucking loud that movie was. And I guess he was trying to be epic to make you feel like you were actually like in the fucking war. As soon as those airplanes showed up on the screen the first time, started shooting their machine guns. I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna.
Did you find Top Gun 2 loud in theaters?
No, not even close. Dunkirk
No,
was
I didn't
a
either.
billion
Yeah.
times worse. That movie was insanely fucking loud.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Tenet
It's
was the worst.
war! It's a war movie! It's supposed to be loud! Shut the fuck up, bitch.
True.
Oh, did you? I liked like the parallel. It's kind of obvious. Lockjaw getting the gas chamber, like the Nazi gas chamber, basically.
Yeah, that was.
I think they used to have like these rooms in real life where they would get people inside and basically do what they did to him. That's furthering like that point.
Yeah, I thought that was epic.
You were. I think there was some confusion about why around him getting caught at the protest and stuff. What was there, or am I
What?
misunderstanding you?
What
Like
happened?
the reason they would be afraid or something like that.
But I don't know. Did I say that?
Okay, I might be misunderstanding.
I don't think this was a fun movie, though.
No, it wasn't. Because some people were saying like it was just supposed to be a vehicle for jokes or whatever. There were like a couple funny jokes.
Yeah, I mean, the guy who was taking himself too seriously, like Comrade Josh or whatever.
Yeah, Comrade
was funny.
Josh. Yeah. That was some funny stuff, but
I think the Christmas Club thing was really funny when I was watching it at the time. I don't
What part of it was funny?
like their interactions, like the incredibly racist, sexist stuff. They like the way they talked to each other behind like closed doors. Like it was like 4chan shit posters that actually had power and how they would.
wait, am I misremembering? Did they actually even say that much incredibly racist stuff? on
I
that?
didn't think they did.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't even know if they did.
Yeah,
I don't remember it being funny at all.
Like I was expecting at least like an N-word when the guy was like, "Is it true that you had?" And it was like mixed race relations with a woman. I was like, Jesus, he sounds almost.
I think they use.
He sounds like he's
a
on
lot
Fox News.
A lot of like slurs for like for black people and for.
Wait, am I? Oh my God, did I miss this? Did I watch an edited version? Wait, there were. What?
I
which
don't remember
ones?
slurs.
What were all the only one
Well,
I?
there-
I heard.
was like the
I think they say,
Firewire
and I'm
thing.
quoting, like the wet. Do they say wetback? I think they say that.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they say that a few times. Yeah.
Romania got.
But that's like the only one I can remember.
It's not really like I'm pretty sure they used a lot of slurs, but it's not like that. Slurs funny. It's that like how absurdly like racist, comically, like basically comically racist they were.
I mean, they weren't though. Right? That's not. I don't know where you're getting this from. There was no like over the top absurd. Like a Quentin Tarantino
Go watch
movie is
Django
more,
Unchained.
Yeah, a Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino movie is more racist,
By far.
like comically racist.
Yeah, I would say Django Unchained when Samuel L. Jackson is being like a
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, but the Django Unchained is also like the American South, like during slavery. These guys were acting like maybe one notch below Django Unchained.
I think these guys
No,
were
I don't agree.
many
US.
notches below.
Yeah. I think you can go to Alabama right now and find
Find
people who
more
are Django Unchained level. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I think maybe Europeans just don't have the fucking
The racist.
African American racism that we have here.
I mean, they basically said that they would like gas this guy and kill his children if it turned out it was like his daughter and stuff.
Wait, did they? Did I,
I
miss
mean,
that part? Wait, did they?
I don't remember that either.
That's why they sent their agent to kill Lockjaw if he couldn't, if it turned out that he betrayed them by being having an interracial child.
Like, we got people at Cinnabon being more racist than anybody in the fucking movie. There you go.
True.
Like the assassin was sent because he supposedly had a child with a black woman.
Yeah, but did they tell him
Yeah?
that, like, I thought it was that he wouldn't get in.
No, he was sent to kill him if it turned out that she was his child.
Hello, I understand what you're saying here. But you said that they told him that if they found out that he had relations with that woman, that they were going to, like, kill him or gas him or whatever. Did they say that?
Oh, to him?
Yes, to him. Yes. Like, did they say that ever? I don't think he ever thought his life was on the line, did he?
I would say it's implied when they talk about, like, we have a very competitive process. Like, do you agree? Like, because they asked him originally, like, have you ever had relations with a woman? Are you fucking gay? Blah, blah, blah.
Sure. I mean, you
agree
could
that
read
is
it into
implied.
that. I guess you could imply that they would kill him if he failed, or that he just wouldn't pass in. I mean, I don't know.
One thing that so why did the assassin, why did he go and try to kill him when he hadn't even seen the daughter? It seemed like they were playing like a little bit of like a chess game of like, okay, this daughter probably exists, but we need to actually have proof and we need to see her and we need to get her in order to like get this guy. But they didn't even do that. He just goes and fucking murks the guy in the car without the daughter ever being seen or got.
Maybe there was something else communicating it. I don't know.
I guess.
The
I don't know.
fanfic read into that.
I think the agents that were him would have told them, because he did the DNA test. He started referring to her as his daughter, etc. etc.
I guess. I don't know. I just thought that it was. I thought there was a little bit more. There could be more interesting stuff at play of like, we need the actual person to like prove everything, to like see it, but whatever. I guess not.
I think he was like already on thin ice just by like the report. Like, didn't they summon him first and tell him, oh, we heard this from a trusted source that you have like
That's afterwards.
I could be wrong. Was he there for that, or was this information that they were sharing with you? Oh, no. They did, because this is when he gave that the story about how I was like in deep cover and I got raped.
But that's afterwards, though.
Yeah.
No, that was
Well, that's not before. That's not after they. Oh no, wait.
That's not after they gas him, but that's after
Oh,
the
that's
assassination
after the assassin
attempt.
shows up. That's right.
Yes. Because he talks
his
about
face
like
is all
I was
fucked up and
reverse
everything.
raped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, damn. He tries to join the organization.
No. Wait.
What?
I watched it last night.
Okay, I'll tell you how I think it went. It went like they summon him, tell him there's this rumor.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes out and hunts for the girl, and then they send, while he's hunting for the girl, they send after the assassin after him, and then finally he has the fucked up face at the final scene when they throw him and gas him.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did talk to him before him hunting the girl, right?
Yeah, but I think when they
Yes.
said when they were talking to him, when he gives that whole reverse rape thing, I think that was when they were they'd already tried to
That was
kill
their
him.
second meeting.
Was it?
That was
The first meeting was when they were initiating him, when he was told that he was a candidate, like the party. Then the second meeting was about the rumor, and then the third one was at the
You're getting the
Skyrise.
second meeting mixed up. The second meeting was with the assassin. That was with the assassin about the rumor.
They had a separate meeting.
They didn't talk to
themselves.
Lockjaw about the rumor until the third, the quote unquote third meeting when his face is fucked up.
Yeah, correct.
Then they talk to him
Moon
there.
Moon is right. I just looked it up. Yeah,
Could you explain how that
it's after his face is fucked up. That's how they're asking, and he does the whole "I was raped in reverse" thing. Yeah,
Correct.
you
And then
show
they
I might be booming out. Can you show
then
it?
they give him like a few hour wait, and then they're like, "Hey, you've been accepted." And then they got.
Wait, let me.
I just looked at it. Unless you think I'm lying, or Mooten's lying.
He wanted to join after knowing a hitman was sent on him. Yes. He wants in the Super Christmas Adventurers Club, dude.
Yeah. Also, that woman was a semen demon, right?
I mean, she had a gun to his head. I think he might be able to argue that he got raped.
Well, and also, how did she get pregnant?
They met up after.
Well, when a mommy and a daddy put the penis inside the vagina.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think if for all the sex scenes, aren't they like all pretty not PIV? Did they fuck in the hotel room? I remember in the hotel room he's like against the wall like crying when she's like fucking his ass or something. Did
I'm
they?
gonna be honest. I did space out a little bit during the sex scenes because it's so fucking cringe. So I don't remember.
Okay, they don't show it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's meant to be ambiguous, so it's not clear that she's his daughter, and you're guessing, left guessing until like the.
Well, there's no point in making that part ambiguous because why would he be testing the girl if they never even actually had sex, right?
I think it would have been more interesting if they just didn't even show that the girl was his daughter and instead just showed him learning. And then you kind of come up with the fact of like, oh, he's killing her. Well, why is he killing her? Well, he's got to get rid of her for what?
Maybe.
Either she's his daughter or he's just got to get rid of her because she's black, because he's fucking racist. I don't know.
Now you're
I think
writing
that
a
would have
whole
been a
new
little bit
movie.
more interesting. I don't think much changes, honest to God.
Was the movie better or worse than Sound of Freedom? Never saw Sound of Freedom, but I bet this movie was worse
see it.
than that.
All right, Dirt.
Yeah.
We're gonna drag more people
think,
out.
I think just to summarize, I think like I like the themes of the movie and like how they use like the characters to portray them. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Cool. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Be careful. Slop. That was a slop defender.
Yeah. Radiant wants to come, so here we go.
Oh boy.
Five,
His
4,
mic is muted and he doesn't realize it.
3,
ChatGPT didn't tell him to
2.
unmute his mic.
1. He's cooked.
Damn.
All right, Jess, you want to talk about the movie? Hello?
Guess not.
Howdy, guys.
Holy shit. Please
Hello.
take the microphone out of your stomach.
My bad. I was hungry. So are we just talking about movie shit, or can we talk about whatever?
Are you here to talk about the movie, yes or no?
I'm not.
Not Satevis. Hello.
Fucking
Hey,
hell.
I haven't seen the movie. Put me back.
Well,
Guys, we're not doing fucking random shit. Get out of stream disagreements if you don't want to talk about the movie.
good job. You tell him, Moody.
Podgy, do you want to talk about the movie?
I'm just here for an announcement. I'm not here for the movie, so you can.
Jesus Christ, go ahead.
May I? Okay, thank you. I just needed to remind people to sign up for certain events. Like we need some people for example, Rocket League for backups, for chess, especially Yeez. There's like tons of Pepes, but not Yeez. For CS:GO, we need backups. For League of Legends, we need. I mean, not America, not North NA. We got enough people. But US, I don't know why there's not enough people. And DGG Wear, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Radiant, this is your last fucking chance. 5, 4, 3. Okay. Go
Hello?
ahead. Are you here to talk about the movie?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I just wanted to say that I think you guys are being way too harsh on like how good the movie is, especially when I'm pretty sure both of you enjoy well, one, Mr. Moon, I know you love Star Wars, and that is the
What
most
does this
flop
have to
movie.
do with any? This is like not an argument.
Me
This is a
loving
Reddit
Star
argument.
Wars isn't even true.
Yeah, this is a Reddit
Yeah.
argument.
Okay, fine. Okay, cinematography.
I enjoy it.
Fine. I was going to give my main reason why I think the movie's really good. It's just because the cinematography.
Get him out. This is a Reddit opinion.
He
can't even speak.
Cinematography.
Holy.
The cinematography. By the way, does anyone else know it was shot on real film? Anybody know that, by the way?
Welcome back, Pickles Nathan. You got a question about the movie?
Hello.
Mute the stream.
It's muted.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
So what I liked about the movie is like, have you seen other Paul Thomas Anderson movies?
No, I haven't. But apparently
what
this is
are-
the
what are
worst
his other
one,
movies?
supposedly.
It helps like kind of have a like context to deal with like the way he communicates things as well. But his movies like There Will Be Blood. It's kind of like
Oh, that's the
almost
only one I've
like a
seen.
graphic novel. More
I
than
have
like
seen
any,
that. Yeah.
like long ass.
But There Will Be Blood deals with like way fewer themes in a way tighter manner, in my opinion, in terms of like
Yep.
the dad's relationship with the son and losing.
I feel like it's kind of similar in scope. I would say, but
Really?
there are less people in There Will Be Blood for sure.
You think it's similar in scope
it's
and the
a
amount
very
of
tight, like-
in the number of things that it deals with?
Sure. Yeah. Like I don't know what even One Battle After Another is like dealing with. I don't feel like it's taking like much of it like I don't think it's taking itself that seriously enough to like be dealing with things. It's kind of just like gonna be a roller coaster, I think.
Like
I don't
that's the
get
thing that I
Is-
could
people
believe.
just think it's a meme movie.
Yeah, like if it was a meme movie, it did a really bad job at just being a meme movie because like I would agree that there were times that were like kind of funny, but there were also times where the movie took itself very seriously. Like what like this is like the Plinkett review of Star Wars, and it's like this is a kids movie, and the guy's talking about like killing all the younglings, right? It's like, oh, this is a meme movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. Leonardo DiCaprio holding his mixed race baby as the mom is talking about walking out of the whole family because she doesn't care about anybody except for herself. Wow, like very memey. Like what?
Yeah, and that's like right after DiCaprio is like, man, I love black pussy. Doesn't everybody like?
I don't think the movie
colors?
was.
That's a meme.
I think the
thing?
movie was taking itself seriously.
Well,
It seemed like a meme thing to me.
at times I think it was taking
It was
itself
like
very seriously.
comically interracial.
Well, I would classify this as like a more serious movie than a fucking comedy, which I think everybody would agree with.
No, a lot of people
This isn't
do
a
say
comedy.
this. A lot of people do say the whole like, oh, it's just supposed to be funny thing, but like
Okay, I don't know. I
it
don't
takes. I think it's too serious.
For me, this is not a father-daughter
I think that's
comedy.
fair. I don't think it's the best PTA movie. In fact, it might be like my
The
least
worst.
favorite of his.
Thank you. True.
I still thought it was a good time. It was a good watch. You should
was.
watch Punch Drunk Love next, and let me know what you think.
All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Loser. I hate that guy.
Okay, wait. Give me a chance. All right. Listen, I'm wondering, like, what did you guys think of like the dialogue and like just I don't know.
What did you think about the entire movie's dialogue, Steven? Go ahead. Give
Well,
a critical
like,
they were
feedback.
talking. They sure were talking a
Yep,
lot.
they
were
spoke.
talking. They spoke.
I mean, you don't. So okay, so you know how like there's really bad written movies or badly written dialogue where it's just like the characters are kind of just like spelling each other out or like the giving each other like what do you call it?
Sure, this was
I don't
better
know,
than The
like,
Room. I'll give it to you. You win. Tommy Wiseau's movie.
I mean,
This is worse
it
than
was-
that.
The characters were interesting. I don't know, like, do you guys
They
not think any
were.
of the characters
Wait, do
were, like,
any of them even
pretty-
like change or grow, or does anything even fucking happen? Does anything that happens to them even matter to any of them?
I mean, they kind of. Well, I mean, Leo's character, I'm pretty sure, doesn't he grow from like a like super paranoid person to like a lot more open and kind of like understanding that like he needs to.
This is like the most
like,
minor
in the
character change
very
I've seen in a movie.
Yeah, and in the very last scene of the movie, he's willing to let his daughter go somewhere, I guess.
I mean, in the entire movie, he's kind of struggling, like trying to reconnect with society in general, and like I don't know, get over his paranoia, right?
Yeah, but
And,
does
like,
he even? It seems like they
Yeah.
still kind of live out there and the whatever. It's not like he's like that scene could have been communicated if he was like walking home from playing bridge with the boys or something, and his daughter had like
but-
so like that could be. But like he just lets her leave at the end to go to do some lame protest.
I don't
Okay,
even think
I
like
meant-
he's getting
wait.
over his paranoia though. This guy has a reason to be paranoid. Like it's not like I'm paranoid.
Not he was a little bit too paranoid. I'm pretty sure they tried to make
When?
it
Clearly
When?
not, considering his daughter got fucking abducted by a crazy guy trying to audition for a neo-Nazi cult.
Maybe he wasn't paranoid enough.
But no, hold on. I do disagree with Moon here. Like, he had a reason to be paranoid,
They're
but
like
you're
smoking weed like out in the boonies or whatever. Like that's a little bit too much, right? Like he could have done some things better, right?
Wait,
I think
what's your
the movie
take,
made it
Steve?
clear.
no. So the guy was the guy like the part of the theme. I hate that I'm even fucking explaining this because the movie doesn't earn this at all. But like part of the theme is supposed to be that the father has spent his time not just in witness protection program physically, but also trying to shield his daughter from all of the consequences of the crazy lifestyle that him and his mother lived through. And in a way, this guy coming to chase him and his daughter to grab her is their past coming back to catch up with them. And since he hasn't properly reconciled with it and hasn't introduced her to it, she's ill-equipped to deal with it as well, blah, 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 blah. The movie doesn't like, this is like, this is what it's like about, but it's like, this is not like, the movie doesn't earn any of this, in my opinion, in terms of like the due diligence they pay to it. But that's, so he is
the
supposed to
dad's
quote,
not in
unquote-
witness protection program.
Wait, isn't he?
No.
Wait.
Radiant,
I-
shut the
did he-
fuck
he-
up
Wait,
for
hold
a
on,
second.
Radiant,
God damn
you're
it.
trolling half the time. Stop.
You fucking retard.
Wait,
I'm not trolling. you just say I'm trolling.
Wait,
Okay.
did the mom... Wait,
The
I thought
dad is
mom-
not in witness protection program.
Oh,
The
did
dad
the mom
was
just go on witness
yes,
protection?
just
Oh.
the mom went on witness protection program. The dad was escorted basically out with the French 75. He was given like a new false identity, and he was said to like go here and like make his own fucking way, which is why I think he has a reason to
Oh,
be
yeah,
paranoid.
because they gave him the backpack
the whole movie
and everything else. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's true, that's true. Okay.
which is why he like his paranoia makes sense. There are people actively looking for him his whole fucking life with the child.
Sure. But I mean, like, you still have to have, at some point, he still has to, like, allow his daughter into their world and to teach them everything, right?
Yes, but wasn't he doing that?
Well, no,
Because
I
the
don't
daughter
think...
knows the code phrases. When the
yeah,
lady
but I don't
comes,
know. But I
yeah.
don't know. But I don't know if she knows those to be properly integrated as a revolutionary, or if those are just the
Mm-hmm.
code phrases that his dad taught her in case somebody had to like get her out of a dangerous situation. Right?
Yes, but he's no longer even a revolutionary. He's obviously given it up.
Yeah,
so
but
why
in
would he
case-
bring her into it?
Well, he's not bringing her into it. It's in case somebody like finds them, like the lockjaw guy catches up to them and finds them, right?
Yes.
Like it's not like
I
she's,
see
not,
what
like,
you're
she's
saying.
not using those to like go and be a revolutionary. Those are just like in case anybody ever shows up, you have to say this. But he doesn't like explain anymore or like help her adopt that lifestyle anymore or anything.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, yeah. Well, anything else, Radiant?
Well, I mean, I missed half of that because I'm wearing AirPods and I can't really watch the stream while I'm sitting in Discord.
Well, yeah, I had to drag you out because you wouldn't shut the fuck up.
I would have. Okay, whatever. So the characters, right? You guys think the characters are at least interesting? Like, I really like the sensei guy. I think he's really cool.
Yes, that's the
like,
number one
and I think
Reddit
it-
opinion.
He's an
yeah.
interesting enough character, I guess.
No,
I mean, we
mean,
don't get much about
okay,
him.
He's
I
not
know
really
it sounds
that.
like a
Why is
Reddit
it? Why is it?
opinion.
Why is he interesting? Tell me
Oh,
that.
So because it's like it feels like he has like a very like when you're first introduced to him, it feels like he has like a super like deep and rich history of like what he did as a revolutionary in his past and like now. Because like when he talks to Leo's character, like I'm pretty sure.
Why do you think the dad? Why do you think he was a revolutionary?
No. Well, he was probably
didn't- wait,
revolutionary
what?
because the guy seemed to have the whole community on lockdown in terms of knowing where all the illegal immigrants were, like the escape plan in case like the feds ever invaded, and like helping people move through. Does that make you follow that part?
But I don't think he's.
no.
I don't think he's like a French 75 revolutionary. I think he's more of like
Yeah.
an underground railroad type person.
Yeah,
but,
I don't
okay,
know.
I hear you.
I
hear what
don't
you're
know
saying.
if we ever know he's. I
I'm
don't think.
pretty-
I don't think he was supposed to have been necessarily a French 75 person.
I think explicitly
Did
he's
they
not?
not?
But yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, did they not like or like when they first met, it was like, oh, yo, what's up, man? Like, like as in they knew each other, right? I don't know. It's been a while.
Well,
since I saw the movie,
wait.
but
Yes, wait. They knew each other, but I thought it was because his daughter takes like karate lessons from this guy.
Yes, it's a small
Yeah,
community.
that too, but like both, like as in like how like he knew him from before, but like he took him to.
I don't.
He
No, I
took
don't
his
think that's
daughter
ever.
to-
No, I don't think
It's
that's
not-
ever.
it's not explored.
No, that's
That's
never
not
said.
explored.
You're fanficking right now.
Okay, sure. I don't know. It's been a while since I saw the movie, but regardless, like I don't know. It just feels like there's just like when you, I don't know, just everything about like the guy himself. I thought was really cool.
Like what?
Like, did you not think? I just explained it, like,
One
how
thing
he's
I
the
think
underground
explicitly,
railroad guy,
it's shown that he's not a part of the movement because Leonardo's on the phone like asking about the fucking time, and the guy says like it's 8:50. It's like 8:15.
yeah, I think he's trolling. I think that's a joke.
Okay, everything's just a troll. All right, I got it.
Based.
I mean, it seemed like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. One of us is supposed to be autistic, but like I don't know. I just thought the dialogue was really good. I thought it was really entertaining. It's like a Tarantino movie, Like a lot of people don't like Hateful Eight or whatever. Like that movie's all about dialogue. What do you guys think of it?
A lot
I
of
didn't like
people don't
Hateful Eight
like what
either.
movie? Oh, I didn't like
Hateful
Hateful Eight
Eight.
that much.
Hateful Eight.
True.
I love that movie just because like it's literally what Tarantino's best at, which is just dialogue and like blood, I guess. But
Yeah, but that dialogue's interesting.
okay, well I don't know how you would think Hateful Eight has good dialogue and this
I
movie
didn't
has
like
bad
Hateful
dialogue.
Eight, but Quentin Tarantino's dialogue is way better than
Okay.
whatever this slot movie's dialogue was.
Okay, well, I mean,
I feel like this movie
okay.
tried to juggle too many things,
True.
and it never like
And it doesn't get anything off.
got the meat. Yeah.
Okay,
We
so,
got a
like,
nothing
the-
burger.
We got a nothing burger. True.
Should I pause before Mooten moves me out or what?
No,
No, you're good.
he was done talking,
Okay,
so you're good to go now.
No, wait. One more thing. What do you guys think about the scene the protest scene where like everyone's like running from ice and stuff. It was like a super long one shot, and like
Oh my
you see
god!
the camera like transitioning.
I didn't even notice it was a one
okay,
shot
I
because
know
I
it
don't
sounds-
care, and the
No, it's
obsessions
not- I
over
don't
the
think
one
it's
shots are
actually a
so
one-shot.
fucking cringe.
No. Okay, look, I understand. All right, I hate one shots also. Okay, I think it's really cringe.
No,
Same
you
thing
shouldn't
with-
hate one shots. It's just like the one shot. It's like there was
No,
like this
no, I know,
5-year period of people
like, I
obsessed
hate
with
it.
them.
Like in like 1917, whatever that dumb movie's called, the World War One one.
No,
like,
that was a
movie's all in
fine.
one
That was a
shot.
base
I thought it was
movie.
kind of cringe.
No, that wasn't cringe. That movie was
I
awesome.
thought the movie was good. I thought it was, yeah, I like the movie too. It's just I feel like they kind of constrained themselves with the one shot. But
Well, that was
I'm saying,
the
like, they
point.
did
It was the gimmick
really
of the
well.
movie, of course. That's
I
like
know,
saying
so-
I didn't like Birdman or whatever because it was they restricted themselves for. Wasn't that movie
Okay,
supposed to be like time
so-
realistic or whatever? Like it was a 2-hour movie that actually took place over 2 hours or some bullshit.
Wait, 1917?
No. Was it Birdman? What was the?
I never watched Birdman.
I didn't either, but I thought that was a
I tried to watch it 4 times and I fell asleep every time. So
Jesus Mooten.
that
Okay,
movie
but
puts me
it's
to
not
bed.
one shot. Pretty sure that scene wasn't one shot. But what did you
Which
guys think of
scene?
it? I thought it was really cool. The protest scene with like they're running from.
I
ice and,
barely.
like,
I don't
Why was it
remember the
cool?
scene. So
yeah, wait.
it
Why
wasn't
was
that
it so cool?
I thought it was really cool just because like it felt like you're introduced to all these characters and like it seems like they kind of like just the way they talk to each other and like how they look and everything. It feels like there's like a lot of history behind them and like seems like they are like intimately involved in like the idea of like, oh, we're the Underground Railroad people, like we I don't know, we do all this stuff. And like when like
Yeah.
the guy with the skateboard I thought was really cool.
Cool, man.
Okay, I know it
That's
sounds like
awesome.
a bad
Yeah, with the
Well,
skateboard,
because-
true. Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to quote? Do you want me to like? I mean, I don't know what to say. Like I just thought they're really well written. It felt authentic, right? And I know it sounds like a Reddit opinion, but like,
All right, thank you.
I really felt like I
it
was in
sounds a
an
lot-
illegal immigrant community watching them flee from the cops. Yeah.
it doesn't. Okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't feel authentic in the sense of like, oh, it's realistic, but it feels authentic in the sense that like these people feel like they're deep characters, right? They're not just like stand-ins for like some lefty
For like illegal immigrant smugglers? That's what you're describing. What was deep about any of these characters?
It felt deep because they all acted like they knew something about each other, as like they
Yeah,
actually
about
lived
smuggling
with each
illegal
other, right?
immigrants.
Okay, but not just that. Like it feels like they had like some personality behind them. Like, they
Oh,
felt
like one of the
people.
guys who was
That
young
makes
was a skateboarder?
He had a skateboard.
Wow.
No, I mean not just that. Like the way he talked, the way he acted, the way he like did stuff. Like it's clear like the sensei guy trusts him stuff, and like he's clearly done other things like that before. And the fact that everybody seems to really respect the sensei guy because like I guess he's really well put together.
He's a pillar of the community.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. And it felt like it just every step of the way it felt consistent. And
All
like,
right,
it's
Radiant, we're gonna
that's
bring-
apparently really hard to do. for
We're gonna
a
bring
lot of
another
movies, but-
opinion in.
Okay, no problem.
I'm glad you enjoyed the one
anyways,
shot. Bye bye.
It was okay. Yeah, DGL.
Kemler the Great, are you here to talk about the movie?
Yeah, I wrote some stuff down to compose my thoughts. Just stop me. I'm just going to read what I wrote down, if that's cool. Regarding one battle after another, a more comprehensive overview may be useful. Many discussions focus on the literal presence
Cam.
of continuing conflicts, the revolution, the facility breakout.
Cyan operator. Hello? 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh. Are you here to talk about the movie?
Yeah, I got 2 things. One, just because I'm driving and I can't see chat. What's the name of the movie?
One battle after
Kick
another.
him.
Okay, Pepe wins. Fuck you.
Yeah, BM Crazy, here to talk about the movie?
Yep.
Kick him.
Let me just pause the
No,
stream
I'm
real
just kidding.
quick.
Don't do that.
So my thing is that there's like one main theme of the movie that I really, really like, and it's about like the father and the daughter. Where
Oh
that
my
at the beginning of the
God.
movie, I know it's cringe, guy, but
No, it's
Perfidia
not. It's not
cares
even.
about-
There's not even like that to say that this is what it's about. But no, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, Perfidia cares about power. So as like the French 75, like they're not really caring about like the revolutionary stuff. All they really care about is the power, right? The revolutionary stuff is just kind of backdrop to that. In my opinion, like that whole jungle pussy speech, that's supposed to be like them kind of saying like they're not doing this to help other people. They're doing this for themselves. It's all like a power play, a sexual thing, like and. Perfidia watches kind of as her life is coming out of control, where she has this kid, she's like drinking and shooting all the guns, and she's like sort of flirting with like the other person at like the campfire. In my opinion, it's like that's because she's trying to like get that power back. She's trying to keep control of this life that's spinning out of control. And so that's why she goes like the Lockjaw, and past that point, she starts losing control as Lockjaw puts her in witness protection, and he starts going after all those people, and so she essentially is like, I'm done with that. I'm leaving, whatever. And this is going forward, like the story about her being a rat, right? Is supposed to be that Pat kind of created this story about Willa's mother, that she is this revolutionary who helped the French 75 and they were saving the country and whatever. And
Wait,
Willa
which one
basically
is-
models herself after that.
Who's Pat?
Oh, sorry.
Is that the dad's name?
That's
That's
Leo.
the dad's name.
Wait. Did the dad tell his daughter all this stuff?
I think so.
I thought the dad was trying to
Wait,
protect
dad
her.
makes
I thought the dad was trying
mom to be a hero.
Okay. I thought the dad was trying to shield her from knowing anything about her mom. So that she wouldn't grow up to be like her mom.
The thing I'm pretty sure is when she goes to the church, right? Doesn't she say like, my mom is like, my mom is Perfidia, Beverly Hills, like yada yada yada.
Yeah, but I think isn't it because the one lady who saved her started telling her about her mom when she was driving? Or no, it was the nuns or whatever, right? Because the nuns were trying to figure out if they should accept her in, and the nuns were like, "Well, your mom was a rat."
Yeah, but I thought that she said that first. Like she brought it up to be like, I can belong here, I can hold my own, and that's when they said like, oh, your mom's like a rat.
I thought the dad was making the mom out to be a hero.
That's what I thought, and essentially like that, like she built this up, and Willa built herself around her mom, and as she finally figures out like, oh no, my mom's actually this rat, she obviously like all that stuff happens. By the end of the movie, she realizes like it was her dad who was the hero all along. She raised her into the woman she was, like, and she doesn't need like her mom to build herself up. She can be her own hero in her own way, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the movie?
He did.
I did.
It's probably his favorite movie
Did you
ever.
find it funny?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a dark comedy?
No, I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, have a good one.
Fuck that guy, dude. I hate that guy. Whoever he was, don't ever let that guy back in here again.
Oh, Kanye wants to join.
The?
Yo, Kanye.
Yo.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing so well. Okay.
Really?
No. Wait. My notepad is bugging out. I'm actually okay. About the dad, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep, Bob.
Earlier you said, not you, Mutin. Earlier you said he was just a normal dad when he was talking to the friends or whatever. Can I like link you the clip and we can watch it on stream?
Sure.
Because I feel like we're not on the same. Do I send it to you or?
Should just post it in chat.
Send it in chat.
I think probably the only
did you
unnormal
chat?
thing or the only weird thing he did was probably like, why did you let your friends come here? That was probably weird.
Okay, I sent it in Kick Chat.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, and can you screen share so we can watch? I'm kidding, sorry.
No, I can actually. It's no problem because I fixed it yesterday. Share your screen. Devices.
I have to post it in Kick Chat because I'm banned, you fucking retards.
Well,
he just banned
And whose
me.
fault is that?
Because he's not a normal dad.
Hold on.
You don't have
What?
$5?
That wasn't even what we were talking about. Wait, fuck. What was the
Earlier.
audio that I was
That's
using to
why you
send on
banned
radio?
me.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I have to check.
No, just watch it on stream. We don't have to do this.
No, I have to give it to
No,
you.
shut
I will
up.
give
He's
it to
gotta
you.
do it.
There it is. There you go. Is that working?
1 second. Yep.
So him patting the guy down and saying that is normal to you.
The patting down is a little paranoid, but the other dialogue is like this.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
It's like a standard,
So
it's a
can you
super
unban me?
American trope. Yeah.
Wait, really? Oh my god. Also, Mr. Newton, Sensei
Wait, hold on.
was
Wait.
not...
Do you understand the joke? Do you understand the joke in this video? Or are these people making like a really unique joke that's never been made before in all of?
No,
is this like the
no,
first time?
I
No, wait, we're
agree.
gonna
Hold
watch
on,
this.
I'm
No,
not
no,
saying
we're gonna
that.
watch this. No.
No.
What? No, because you were like, really? So I'm just curious where you think this comes
Wait in the car so I can have a word with your handsome young man here.
Okay, but be
It's a gay
nice.
joke.
All right. No bullshit, okay? No drinking, no drugs. Home before midnight.
Yes, sir.
And remember, anything you do to her I'm gonna do to you. Anything you do to my daughter, I'm gonna do to you, okay? All right? Have fun, okay?
Is this, did they just make that joke up or whatever? Or?
No, but I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Wait, for this one here, what is this?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Mr. Bennett. I'm Reggie.
What you doing here?
Came to take out Megan.
What?
I came to take out Megan.
How old are you?
I'm 15, Mr. Bennett.
Motherfucker, you look 30. Show me some ID.
I don't have none on me.
You don't have no idea. Get your ass up against that wall.
Oh, because he's patting him down. Maybe this guy's really like paranoid he's being hunted.
Think you know it all.
Wait, you
Right?
think that's normal
Young
dad behavior? That's a fucking comedy movie.
Thundercat.
What is it comedying? What about it? So like for this,
the joke is that the dad is not being normal. It's a comedy movie.
it's an
Otherwise,
over-exaggeration of
yes,
dads
an
who are
over-exaggeration, and that's what the dad did.
yes, but of like dad protective dad behavior.
Yes,
a trope.
There is a world where
God,
there's a
I'm good
world
on
where
it.
there's normal dad behavior, but then this scene is obviously exaggerated.
Yes, like every scene is about like tropish dad protective daughter behavior. Yes.
Yes, that's the point, and you were saying it's normal dad behavior.
No. No, hold on.
So we have to watch the
wait,
clip
no, wait.
now.
No. You know what? I just figured out where our problem is. Because you hit me on my Vyvanse peak because I took it 3 or 4 hours ago, okay? I understand.
Oh, you're cooked.
I understand. When we said this is normal dad behavior, we weren't applying the normal to the dad behavior. We were saying that this trope about overprotective dads is normal. And it sounded like you or chat was saying that this is not normal. And by not normal, the trope was actually about the dad being a schizo-paranoid person. And so when we were saying, no, this is like a normal dad behavior trope, this is the trope was a normal thing about how dads are overprotective. It's exaggerated, but you're saying, but my interpretation, I think Mr. Moon agrees. Our interpretation was that you were saying that like, oh no, this has nothing to do about overprotective dads. It's about a crazy schizo over-paranoid guy.
That makes so much sense.
Okay.
Wow. I agree.
Okay,
Thank you.
there you go. Okay. Then in that case, yeah, I agree.
Kanye is just autistic.
What?
Shut the fuck up. Mutin, you thinking Sensei was a Native American guy? Benicio del Toro, by the way. You think that he was Native American? You're so fucking retarded.
Oh,
it's
I'm
insane.
sorry.
Why?
You can tell a Native American by how they look? Huh. Okay, racist.
Well, yeah. It's not like Mexicans wear the fucking hats with the feathers in them.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on, I'm getting a Red Bull. My first one and the last one of the day.
Bad Boys clip exaggerates dad behavior. I don't give it. I'm not reading it. No, I'll read it. The Bad Boy clip exaggerates dad behavior with him also being a cop. So that's why he searches him. In ODAA, Pat's dad behavior is exaggerated because of his paranoia, etc. Donut wall. Hey, I didn't donut wall you. I'm gonna be the type of dad who's like, is this a fucking clanker? You're going to the prom with a fucking clanker? Yeah.
Stop rage baiting me. Okay. What's next on the agenda for today?
We have 3 hours until
the streamer award. Oh, is Hasanabe gonna be there live?
He's gonna be there, but he didn't get nominated for anything.
For nothing?
Nothing. He made sure to say that he thinks the streamer awards were rigged too, I think. Because he said it was odd that he wasn't nominated for anything.
Ooh. That's crazy, right?
Pretty crazy. Have you seen this video?
Nope. What is it?
A couple from Somalia.
Oh, God. They come in, dog heads hanging out their mouths as they've just eaten a full dog corpse. Fuck you.
Put the video in the bag.
Nigger. Ah! Wait, did she just say it?
Yes. She says it a few times.
Okay, hold on. Why is this not showing? Oh, I need to be on the gaming. Okay. Wait, what?
That's nigger. I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are a nigger.
You are an idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruined your life, by the way.
Oh, you talking about respect? You talking about respect? You are fired from this place, motherfucker. You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what? Look how you fucking look like.
What's
Oh my god.
What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking ugly bitch? Get the fuck out of my face.
Talking about
Yo, what's up, guys? Hold on, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. You didn't
How's it
miss
going,
anything
Eric?
of value. What's up, guy?
What's up, buddies? I've been meaning to jump in here for a minute.
Do you want to hear something
Good.
embarrassing?
Good to see you.
What?
That message that you sent me when I messaged you like 2 months ago, when you said that you were in Paris with the offspring, I first read that as it was like a dad joke way of saying like you and your family were on vacation. Like your like your kids. I was like, oh, his offspring. And then the next day,
Who
wow.
was in Paris?
40,000 seat arena, dude. It was pretty cool.
Sick.
How's life going? I suck at TikTok. I can't make the app work, and I'm fucking tech retarded. I can't do phones. I'm just not a phone guy. Okay,
Dude.
I'm sorry.
I will fly out there to help you set it up. That's how big of a deal I
Please.
think it
It's
is.
such good content.
If I do that, will you do it?
I don't know if I can like seriously say like suicide and all these things.
You don't have to. Trust me.
People say
Ian
your
and
account
the
gets
boys
banned
are
all the time and
saying-
everything. No.
No, I get banned because people report me. It happens, but you'll have 5 accounts. I'll show you how to do it. You'll be fine. Your YouTube will get to 1 million in 6 months. I guaranteed.
I guarantee it too.
Got to do it, bro.
I'll think about it. What's up? How's it going? How's life?
I'm doing great. MAGA is imploding. I don't know if you guys want to talk some politics, but it's hilarious right now.
Yeah. What do you?
Did MTG say something else?
MTG, but more the pipe bomber. They don't believe the story coming from Dan Bongino and the FBI.
What? So wait. What is okay? So I haven't read anything because I'm fucking checked out of life right now. But like, what? How did they catch this guy? Can you give me the story from the start?
Yeah, they said they got no new tips, no new evidence. They just revisited the evidence they had. And we don't have all the details, but they told us that they just connected his phone being in the area and they went over who purchased the components and they connected the dots. So that's why MAGA's like, this smells fishy as hell.
And so they have a guy. Now, supposedly, this guy has said that he didn't believe in the outcome of the election.
Yeah, that's why MAGA is just melting down because he's cooperating with the FBI according to the news reports, and this is like NBC News.
Mm-hmm.
And he told them that he believed Trump said the election was stolen, and so he put the bombs down. I don't know why. They still haven't explained why, which is fishy as hell too. Like they're doing
These
a
were
victory
the
lap.
real
Got
quick,
'em.
just to revisit. These were was this one pipe bomb each outside the DNC and the RNC, or was it just outside the DNC?
No, RNC and DNC.
It was the RNC and DNC. Okay. So for people that aren't aware of this, because nobody knows literally anything about all the events for January 6th, but like, I think it was the story was that like Kamala would have passed within like 10 feet or something of where this pipe bomb was hidden, but they never went off for whatever reason. And one of the conservative conspiracy theories was just, oh, this was a hidden operative Democrat or something that did it. I don't even know why they say that. Well, why do they say anything? Yeah.
Oh, they wanted it to be Antifa.
Sure.
And,
it was supposed to be like
even
a
know
false
why.
flag, but for some reason it's a false flag that never went off. So I don't even know what
It ties into their whole idea that there were Antifa undercover as MAGA at Jan 6 that started the riot. And
Sure.
the reason why it went poorly was because of Antifa and the left. So this guy was part of that too. And they thought he was some sort of Capitol Police cop. It's a whole mess.
Yeah,
but now
real
that
quick,
it's
the
just some random
reason
schmuck-
why I make fun of this is because I feel like they do this thing. They did this kind of with COVID, where depending on who they're talking to or what the narrative is, there are two, in my opinion, or maybe you found a way to reconcile these. I've never heard a conservative reconcile these. There are two highly competitive stories. They're mutually exclusive on the conservative side. One is that nothing happened. It was a protest. There were no guns. Nothing bad happened. It was a Fedsurrection. Well, no, wait. That's not the Fedsurrection anymore. It was a peaceful protest. Cops literally let people into the building and nothing bad happened, and that's it. And then on the other hand, they'll say there were undercover Antifa. It was a Fedsurrection. There were agents agitating on the ground to make sure that violent stuff happened. So it's either like, if it's violent, they blame it on Antifa and the embedded FBI, which were Trump's, but they say it was Biden's for some reason. Or if it wasn't, if they don't talk about the embedded people, it was just a peaceful protest. So they try to have these two simultaneously, in my opinion, exclusive narratives that are always running in conjunction with each other, which that's the reason why I think it's so stupid how they try to frame everything. But yeah.
Yeah, and now that Dan Bongino, the deputy FBI director, former podcaster, and Kash Patel, the FBI director, are on the inside, they're like, hey guys, I know we spread a bunch of rumors and nonsense, but it turns out it's not what we've said it was for years. And so, of course, their audience and MAGA's not going to believe that. They're like, wait, what's really going on here?
I mean, they did the same
That's
thing with
why
that,
it's so funny.
with all the Epstein stuff, right? When Dan and
so compound that with the Epstein stuff.
Both of those guys, Dan Bongino and I think Kash Patel, were on other podcasts saying like, I think it was Dan, right, who was on, was it Joe Rogan or Tim Pool? He was like, I got a guy on the inside who's told me all this stuff and he's a really reliable CIA source or whatever. And then as soon as and then when they're in office, oh my God, listening to them when they were sitting next to each other on that, I don't know if it was a Fox News interview or what, and they were like, listen, we've gone over everything, guys. There's nothing, okay? It was all a lie. I was like, okay. And then I saw,
and it was just,
or go ahead.
Just a year ago, Dan Bongino was saying that this is an inside job by the FBI before he became deputy FBI director.
Mm-hmm. He was saying the pipe bomb shit was an inside job?
Yes, just a year ago.
Why, I can't believe
actually, I think it was January of this year.
One thing that is very bad, sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry. There's so many times I catch myself. I shouldn't even have to say these things because they're so plainly obvious, okay? One very damaging thing why you should never speak about investigations in progress is it undermines your credibility when it's obvious that you're just making shit up to try to establish a narrative before the facts have come out. Because it actually puts you in a position where MAGA likes to pretend we've been, but it puts you in a real position where I don't know if you can trust any of these guys now, right? When they did it with the Charlie Kirk shooter, where people like Nancy Subhuman Mace were literally saying before any evidence came out at all, oh, this is an Antifa shooter, this was the Democrats have to own this or whatever. And then when you see Kash Patel and all these guys, come out and making statements about like this is an inside job, this guy was an inside. I was like, okay, well, you don't even have the information yet, clearly. So how the fuck are we supposed to believe you? Because if stuff comes out that's contradictory to the public narrative that you've spun before you've even gotten evidence, how do we know that you'll release stuff that makes you look bad at this point, you know?
That's the problem. When you spin tall tales and then you get on the inside, you want people to believe you. They're not going to.
Yeah.
Why would they? It blows up their whole world, because if MAGA and the lunatics out there have to accept that it was just some random dude and not Antifa, not an inside job, not Biden's FBI, blah, 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 then they have nothing. Their whole view of the world is upside down.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how you can be this deep into the state like and not have anything, right? Because remember, the claim is the deep state, the deep state, the deep state. All this time there's going to be prosecutions, all these people are going to be found out, and nothing, still nothing. Like
well,
nothing.
And it's going to get worse because December 19th is the 30-day deadline for the Epstein Files Transparency Act to release the files. And of course, Trump's going to fuck it up. He's going to release just, bullshit. And even if he released everything, people would say, where's this? Where's this? So it's just, that's why I'm saying it's so much fun to watch this implosion.
Oh, he's in a lose-lose situation right now. Even if he released everything unredacted, people aren't going to believe it's everything. So
good, which they shouldn't at this point.
This is awesome. This is fucking awesome.
They fucked themselves so hard.
They did. Yeah. It's fantastic.
I mean, they're playing around with fucking schizos as their voter base. So, I mean, you get what you fucking deserve.
Whoa. But also true.
What do you mean by that?
You've been following all of the alternative media conservative spaces, I'm assuming, collapsing in on themselves, yeah?
Like the Candace Owens stuff?
Yeah, the Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson. When I'm seeing people like Dave Smith, the guys who are supposed to be the like epic centrists, like retweeting Candace Owens' French assassination conspiracies, being like, guys, if this is serious, we should really be worried about this. Like, bro, come on, seriously?
Well, the latest is that Turning Point USA killed their golden goose, Charlie Kirk. That's what Candace Owens is saying now.
Apparently, every single government and person in the world, according to her, was in on this Charlie Kirk assassination. I don't know how nothing's leaked yet, but yeah, I've heard her crying about this.
Yep. These guys are so screwed, man. It's going to be a bloodbath in the midterms.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
One thing I'm kind of worried about. Have you talked at all about what you think consequences should be? One of the things that I'm worried about is that I'm pretty confident right now. I'm very confident right now that the midterms are going to be good for us. I'm pretty confident that we'll win in 2028 because the Republicans will have to run somebody new, and who the fuck even knows who that'll be. But if I feel like there's a chance, like better than not, that we just get like a second Trump, like some other type of crazy lunatic lies about everything figure will show up. If nothing like super bad, I don't mean assassination or anything, but if nothing super bad is done to hold any of the current administration accountable.
Well, I wouldn't count on holding the administration accountable. Trump's going to pardon thousands of people, including himself, for future crimes. He'll probably pardon himself through 2050 or something, so
Sure.
he can just do whatever he wants. So,
How do you feel about the pardon?
About which pardon?
The pardon.
Oh,
in
pardon
general.
power
The
in general?
ability, yeah, the power.
So I think what he does is going to outrage enough people that we revisit it. And I think what we should be doing is what states do, where they have a commission that recommends people to be pardoned, just doesn't allow the executive to just do it on his own.
The issue with
Otherwise-
reforming pardon reform is that it has to be through a constitutional amendment. So it's like it's severely, nearly impossible.
I
And if
think
you're going to
that-
start doing constitutional amendments, there's so many others that would also need to be done.
While there might be some amount of truth to that, I think that this is one of the few things you could actually get a majority around. If like Republicans are mad at Biden's pardons, and if the left are mad at obviously Trump's pardons, and a lot of the country probably will be, I would imagine. I feel like it's going to be one of those few times you could actually get an amendment done to modify this power in some way.
Sure.
The way I'd probably like it
I
to
think it's
be would
possible, but you
be
need, like 38 states, like legislatures to sign on, and like if
I'd
we're going to be modifying the pardon, it might, well, unless it wasn't, but it would be so we can nullify Trump's pardons or something if he ends up pardoning everybody.
Or even just getting rid of them for the future. I think the pardon power is not good. I think that needs to go.
I think if you're going to have the pardon power, it should go through Congress first, then the president signs or vetoes it.
Well, hold on. The pardon power is a very important tool for our justice system. It gives people a second chance, and it shows that you can be welcome back to society. So I think it's very important. Obviously, it's been abused.
I disagree with that. I feel like that's what judges can do this. Like we already have all the tools built into the judicial system to give people probation or early release from prison. Like what?
Yeah, but it means something. I don't know. It's a good question, but I think it just means something, like wiping your record clean. It should be used sparingly, obviously.
The idea
Feels like
was
a
always
subversion
that
of our
just,
system.
They just might get it wrong in the justice system.
Well, yeah, but like, what are you saying there? Like the justice, like we don't trust our criminal justice system to get something right, or the jury to get something right. So now we're gonna have the president.
Well, then the system's fucked.
Yeah, that's because I think it says something about like what is the faith that you're putting in your system if you're saying we need the pardon power to rectify bad situations.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't see
but
it
I mean, we acknowledge. I mean, in the real world, like the justice system does get stuff wrong all the time. Like there are injustices that happen, and I mean that was always the understanding. Like I think I mentioned a while ago, but you can read the Federalist paper where Hamilton brings up the pardon power, and the idea was always just, hey, there's got to be some way to check the judicial power, because they might just get it wrong.
That was not my takeaway at all from that. My takeaway was that a well-timed pardon, especially at times of like great national crises, can do more to alleviate the tension across the country than like swift justice.
That was one part of it.
I felt like that was the main
was
part.
specifically around why you should be able to pardon for treason, I believe. But
Sure, that was part of
before
the-
that, there was a general thing about the pardon.
Yeah, but then I feel like it was also the way that he approached it was he made it sound like it was a thing that would be used very like I don't know why, but it felt
Yeah,
like
it's supposed to be way
more sparingly. It felt like he couldn't even conceptualize somebody abusing it. I don't know if like the average voter, because maybe who was restricted to voting was like more integrity driven, because what it's funny because what IRI brought up in terms of we should have a commission for it. Hamilton argues, well, a commission would be bad for pardons because a group of unscrupulous men together deciding to unpardon somebody can kind of like shift the blame around themselves. But a president who does a bad pardon has to take all of the blame on his own. So a president would never do a bad pardon unilaterally because he knows how bad it would look.
Yeah.
Which obviously seems yeah.
The idea in the in that Federalist paper is that Hamilton thought that it was going to be that presidents would be way more moral people because of the original conception of how president was voted in was by you know, like the electors who could vote however they wanted, and it was supposed to be like these would be like really smart people who would be like almost like political experts. Like Hamilton almost wanted he wanted an even stronger executive than we have now.
Sure.
So he just imagined that
I
they
think
would be
that's
very held accountable.
Yeah, I think that's why I said I think maybe he just envisioned like the voting base to be a lot different than it is now or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh, and there were also way less like federal crimes. Is a big thing too, right? Like the federal government was just being conceived.
Yeah, but Hamilton would have wanted more federal crimes.
But as many as we have now.
So like you're right, but he would have wanted more.
As many as we have now, though.
He wanted as much federal as possible.
Well, because I think now we basically have like it's almost like I think compared to what the Constitutional Congress was considering, we basically have like one state right now, like a unified federal state. I think compared to what was initially being debated.
Yes, but Hamilton was on the side of like fuck the states. We want this all to be federal power. Like Hamilton was the defense lawyer in the first murder case in the U.S., like federal murder case.
Okay,
I believe.
What's up?
I don't know anything about that stuff, but I'll just say that I think what Trump's going to do over the next 3 years is going to piss off so many people that I think there'll be an opportunity for constitutional amendments.
Do you think that
awesome?
I hope
I don't 100% disagree with that. Yeah. Do you think he's going to survive?
No, he's like walking diagonally, falling asleep, having MRIs, and not explaining them. No, I don't think he survives through January 2029.
He's got like a fucking IV every single fucking day now. It looks like.
Stooge VMR, thank you for the tier 5 sub.
Yeah,
I
saw
love you.
a report. I don't know how accurate it is, but I read that like certain Alzheimer's medications are given to you through the hand, like injections or something like that. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I read that too.
Something's going on there.
You would
He
think
also-
that
he
the
was
25th
manically-
Amendment would be pretty interesting here. Is that the one that is the 25th? The one that
25th.
stops a yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But his cabinet would have to call for it. I don't see that
Yeah,
happening.
that's
but,
never fucking happening.
But I think it'd be interesting if he croaks. What happens? I mean, I think his movement dies. J.D. Vance unfortunately married the wrong color woman, and seems like they're on the ropes anyway. So, don't think there's much hope for MAGA. But something else will come along in the future.
Yeah, he's cooked. I think MTG takes over MAGA if Trump croaks.
Seems like she just wants to be a private citizen, as crazy as it sounds.
I thought people
You
were
don't think
saying
she's going for something more here?
I thought she was trying to run for a senator or something or governor.
I don't think that's in the cards anymore, but I don't know. She's got a 60 Minutes interview coming out, I think this weekend, where maybe there's more info about that. But it just sounds like she wants to be a private citizen, and Trump's scared the living shit out of her. I don't know. He threatened her life or something.
Do you feel like
I think it's a.
Do you feel like she was actually legitimately scared of stuff like that, or do you think that she was just signaling at how much opposition like Trump was throwing up in front of her?
No, I think she was genuinely intimidated and worried about her life. I mean, these people are nuts. She's, here she is getting death threats from Democrats for 5 years, and all of a sudden, for a couple of weeks, she gets death threats because of Trump, and she completely quits Congress and says, "I'm done." I think
if she was worried, would she really be going on like 60 Minutes and like continuing to like shitpost on Twitter about all this stuff?
Well, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know, but I think her quitting Congress is a political earthquake. She's one of the most famous political people in America, and she's the face of the MAGA movement. All these jackasses want to rewrite history and be like, "I never liked her. I always thought she was crazy."
She was day
Marge."
one.
Bullshit.
She was day zero. She was
She
posting
sat
crazy
next
shit
to
on
him.
Facebook before any political office.
True. Yeah. Oh, she was all about Trump. And I mean, she sat next to Trump at the RNC last year, or 3 days after he got shot in the ear. So they're just full of shit that they claim they never liked her. But I think it's a huge deal. And we're going to see some more high-profile resignations after the holidays for sure, especially after that Tennessee race on Tuesday.
The
That was
fallout
nasty.
between MTG and Trump was because he didn't want to endorse her for Senate, right? Is that not the case?
Senate,
He didn't want her running for
he
governor or
discouraged
Senate.
her.
Yeah.
He said she would cost them the race, even though
I don't think.
I feel like that being the case, I feel like I think she's still got that ambition. I think she'd try to make a run for a Senate or a governor or presidential maybe race, but I think she'd fail. But I think she could try. No, or you think that's unlikely?
I don't know. It's tough to say because she has really moderated her views. She was on The View. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's she's being welcomed in polite society now, and she's saying all the right things. So it's very possible she spends the next year and a half or so cleaning up her image. And
I hope
people have short
don't
memories.
forget the Jewish space laser.
Yeah,
Random
I feel
shit
like
that she
I
would
don't
go on
feel
about.
like you say she's cleaning up her image. I don't feel this at all. I feel like she's making herself more palatable as like if she separates from Trump. There are a lot of things like if you like Trump, I don't care what anybody says. Trump is not a good politician. He's not an effective politician. He was just like a charismatic entertainer who wound up in a political position. But like if you were to pick like good advantageous political positions to have, you could do so much better than what Trump is doing now. So I feel like as MTG separates herself from Trump, if she can carry any political capital with her, she could probably pick a much better platform to run on, like an actual populist platform, whatever to run on, rather than just like the insanely weird crony, like corruptive shit that Trump is doing all the time.
Absolutely. She would. I mean, imagine if Trump croaks. Maybe that's what she's kind of banking on. If Trump croaks, I could see her inheriting a lot of his base because she never gave up. Even when she was fighting with Trump the last few weeks, she was still defending him, right? The bullshit of he's getting bad advice. He's not seeing the true story. I support his administration. So she still kept up her support for him.
Kind of, yeah. Or at the very least, like staying good in the graces of the voters, right? So that because she doesn't want to be like seen as like, oh, I'm a Democrat now or I'm a never Trumper or something, right? Like the goal is to make it look like Trump is the one that turned his back on the movement, not her on him.
Well, and even more than that, that Trump was betrayed, that he people around him screwed him, and it wasn't even his fault.
Sure.
Which I think that resonates with MAGA base.
A little, but I think that's more what she's doing when she makes statements like that is she's trying to give Trump a way back to her. By saying that,
or she's trying to get back in with him.
Well, yeah,
I think she was looking for an off-ramp.
By leaving, an off-ramp from Trump?
An off-ramp from the fighting with Trump. I think I was surprised when
that's
she
what I
quit.
mean. That's why I'm saying she's leaving the. That's why I said it was so catastrophic when Trump started dropping this, like fucking the nicknames and shit for her. It's like, okay, well, you're closing that door completely to a really strong political ally. I don't know, but it's because he's not politically minded at all. He's just a fucking idiot.
She was throwing blame onto this person, Natalie or whatever, saying that he was like responding for him or something when she was trying to text him in that original breaking. So yeah,
it's one of the gatekeepers in in the White House. Yeah. Who knows, man? But it is just fascinating watching MAGA implode in front of our very eyes. I think this last year was Trump's strongest year, and it's all downhill from here. He'll still do some crazy shit, like I said, pardoning himself and ripping, stealing money and stuff like that. But I think the worst is behind us. My opinion.
Think so?
Yeah.
The only thing that's scary
because
at this
look,
point...
the GOP...
Or go ahead.
Well, they have to distance themselves from Trump now to win elections, now that we've seen a couple special elections results. Tennessee's 7th Congressional District with that Republican only winning by 9 when Trump won by 22. And then we have New Jersey and Virginia where the Democrats won by 15. So right now, if you're a Republican in Congress, in the House, who won by 10% or less, you're basically out of a job.
So I understand what you're saying there in terms of like the party and the people having to move from him, but he hasn't been one to use Congress for literally anything anyway. Because he's he
has
stupid.
Though, because he's got them to back off, like with the tariffs, with his checking.
Well, sure. So
he's
gotten them to do nothing, I guess. So it's not that he's gotten them to do nothing, I guess. But I think
exactly.
But the big issue is that, or the scary thing I think is like, let's say that Trump, the door to Congress is like completely closed. There's only really one area left for Trump to explore that is kind of untouchable, that Congress doesn't have as much a say over, right?
Are you talking about the Supreme Court?
No, I'm talking about his military abilities, like as commander-in-chief. That's, I think, kind of scary.
Yeah, but they could check him.
Wow.
They could check him there. Like he can't go beyond a certain number of days. I don't remember what it is, but like he can do some attacks immediately, but then in order to get like full approval for ground invasion or something, he needs to get Congress's approval.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
and obviously he could defy that, and it's like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, and when you say could do a couple of attacks, like there might be a point, like that can very easily tip to where, well, now we have to do something more, even if we didn't want to, right?
Could. I don't know what he's doing with Venezuela. I mean, Washington Post article said those boats aren't even going to America; they're going to Europe and Western Africa, and they're carrying cocaine, not even carrying fentanyl.
Yeah.
So, and then he pardons this guy, Juan Orlando.
The Honduran dude?
Hernandez, I think his name is. Yeah, the ex-president of Honduras who's in prison for 45 years for trafficking cocaine, 400 tons of it into America. So it just doesn't really make any sense. And, some of the MAGA I talked to, again, dying to get you to debate on TikTok. I think you'd have 10, 20,000 people watching you. And by the way, it's such a soft space. If you get in there, we're going to toughen it up, man. Sure. That's a big reason I want to push you over there because it's like soy central, man. Come on. So, but anyways, even MAGA recognizes that Trump is doing weird shit and it doesn't really add up.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you can't really debate anything anymore on the substance with these guys, or maybe they try to on TikTok, but it's rough, dude. I almost feel bad, except fuck these guys, but because yeah, it's like man, trying to defend Trump on the substance of any of this stuff is just basically impossible, I think.
It's impossible, and he flip-flops like that Epstein Files Transparency Act vote. He screwed over the Republicans on that for months and months, lobbying against it, saying it's a hoax, and then he just randomly tweets out on
I don't give a fuck. Go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got nothing to hide. Go ahead.
Like, why did they fight? Dude, poor, I say poor, I hate this guy, but the Mike Johnson dude, poor Mike Johnson, yeah. Imagine fighting for so long on that, and then Trump is finally like, oh, okay.
Well, and the ACA subsidies as well. Like, he's like, I'm not sending $1 more to the insurance companies. No way, Democrats aren't getting an inch. That was the whole shutdown fight was over, the ACA subsidies. And then he starts floating a plan of extending it for 2 years, and we'll see what happens in the end. But, boy, he's just screwed them over right and left.
Yeah.
Might see some party flips, too, like Don Bacon. I think possible somebody like that flips to becoming a Democrat.
Is there any chance, I haven't looked at the map, is there any chance of the Senate for us?
There is. So we have to hold on to 2 tough seats, John Ossoff in Georgia and then the open seat in Michigan.
Okay.
Those are tough, but I think we're fine. And then the opportunities, we have to pick up 4 seats because Republicans have 47, or 53 to 47. So Maine, Susan Collins, she's a survivor though, but who knows, maybe the guy who had a Nazi tattoo on his chest but didn't realize it was a Nazi tattoo can beat her.
Sure.
But I think Janet Mills, the current governor, has a much better chance of winning the primary. So Maine and then North Carolina, we've got Roy Cooper, the ex-governor, who's very popular. So I'm hoping we pick those 2 up, and then we need 2 more.
Those 2 seem like sure.
Yeah, so then it goes to like Ohio, where Donald Trump won by 10 points, but we've got Sherrod Brown, and he was a former senator running, so it's possible. And, you know, with those special elections that we've seen, we've basically shifted the electorate 13 points to the left. So it's possible we could win Ohio, and then Iowa is going to have an open seat, and Iowa was won by 10% as well, similar to Ohio. Maybe Alaska. It sounds crazy, but Mary Patola, the former congresswoman, won statewide there, and if she runs for Senate against Dan Sullivan, it's possible. And then if everything goes really well, maybe even Texas. We got some exciting candidates like James Tallarico, but that is Cope.
Okay.
Texas for Senate or House?
Senator.
John Cornyn, the lesser-known senator, is up for re-election, but he's got a MAGA lunatic, Ken Paxton, the current attorney general running. The guy's so bad that his own Republican Party in Texas impeached him. Didn't remove him from office, but if he wins the nomination, then I'd say somebody like James Tallarico, who's this sort of like good old boy preacher Democrat, could possibly win. So I don't know. That's why I say it could be a bloodbath. I'm excited.
Ira, have you
I
seen
got to get out of here, though.
From,
I will try to come back. I'm sorry. But I have to go to Costco to get my tire pressure monitor sensor replaced.
Good luck. Costco does that?
Costco's Tire Center does that.
They do everything, yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Go enjoy me a $1.25 hot dog while I get my monitor
I
replaced.
support Costco. They're fighting the good fight against Trump right now.
They are. They just sued Trump. They're the biggest retailer to sue him, like number 3 retailer in the nation. Sue him over the tariffs. Okay. But I'm gonna keep bugging you, dude. I'll come out there to fucking Miami to help you set up your TikTok shit if you'll do it.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, I will schedule this time for this.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Love you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Damn, Kafka, you got.
I know. It's okay. I'm a small fry. Like, he shouldn't waste his time on me.
What were you gonna ask him?
Well, have you guys seen the maps out of Indiana for the redistricting?
No, what about them?
So, I believe Illinois is passing stuff so they can redistrict similar to Texas. And I might have these reversed, actually. I can't remember. But one of them has got their maps to redistrict to give more seats to the Republicans. So then Indiana redistricted to have all their... or they're trying to redistrict so they have all of theirs for the Democrats. And it's like, I think it's interesting where it's like now what's happening with with that House Representatives is it's no longer like, oh, we need to like set up these districts so that they can be represented by people. It's just like, what's going on in the state legislature? Can we redistrict it to be as one way or the other as possible? To where like literally, what's the point of even having districts anymore? We're literally just turning it into essentially kind of a parliamentary system where it's like, if the Democrats hold the state, they get all the seats. If the Republicans hold the state, they get all the seats. And it's
the
just
same
like,
thing that happened with. I'm surprised it took this long. It's the same thing that happened with like the Electoral College, right? Like the votes weren't supposed to be winner takes all, but that's the way it's got to be.
Yeah,
They,
so
they
kind
let
of
the
a-
leeway for states to choose them themselves, so that's how it
Right.
ends up being.
And it's like, I think it's great that the Democrats can make it like, oh, we're doing it in response and stuff like that's a good argument, all this stuff. It's yet another thing in this administration that feels like is incredibly broken in the system. And it's like, why don't we just stop pretending that there's this kind of like underlying motivation that we're trying to like protect some ideal or something? No one's doing that right now. Let's just fucking, change it to where the votes go a specific way. We don't have this like game that we're all playing, trying to pretend like we're moving around, because even the courts are saying we don't give a shit. We're not going to like stop you from doing it.
Wait, what is I didn't read this because I didn't want to get triggered. But what was? I heard that the big rationale the Supreme Court gave for the Texas stuff was it's like it would be too close to the election for them to interfere. Did they really say that?
Right now it was no. They said they're just pausing it so they can actually take a look at it. That was the
Yeah.
So Alito came out and said, "Hey, we're going to pause that until the Supreme Court gets to take a look at it." And the Supreme Court affirmed that decision, so it should go to the Supreme Court before they get to the actual election. So it's right now they're going to still have to use it for that election, but the Supreme Court has the ability to make it where they don't use that map. I doubt that's going to happen, but the Supreme Court could totally come out and say they
didn't they just rule on it?
I thought the most recent ruling was on the just affirming Alito's pause.
Yeah, I thought that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, Thursday
Right.
they said they affirmed the lower court decision allowing the map to go through.
Yeah.
In a brief, unsigned opinion, a majority of the court granted the state's request to pause the ruling earlier this month by 3. Oh, I think you might be right. It might be just extending the.
Oh, that's
Simply
weird.
states
I was
to give the
right.
justices time to consider the state's request when the decision extends that hold indefinitely.
Oh,
So
huh.
yeah. Texas is likely to succeed on the merits of its claim. The district court committed at least 2 serious errors and improperly inserted itself into an active primary campaign, causing much confusion, upsetting.
Well,
public
you know
pros and
why?
cons.
The reason why they did this because that amazing dissent that was written at the district court level. If that hadn't happened, if that dissent hadn't shown the errors, they probably wouldn't have done this. But yeah, so
Soros.
exactly. So now they're pausing that. So theoretically, they could come in and say, actually, the district court decided right. Texas, you can't use that map. More likely, they're either going to leave the pause in place or actually just come out and be like, we don't give a fuck about jurisprudence. We don't care about the Voting Rights Act. We're going to let Texas make these changes. So, it's a good assumption that Texas is going to get to use that map. But then also, like, if they're doing this, like, I don't know, it sounds silly to say, but there's no legitimate reason then for them to block the California one, even though they probably are going to do so.
No,
right?
they
have
won't.
problem-
No way.
No shot.
On what grounds would they block California's redistricting?
Well, there's no grounds for them to allow this one. There's no grounds to block the district court level decision here. So why would they allow those other? If they're willing to be this partisan and allow this map?
Well, because there
why
might
would
be
they not
some
so partisan?
pretextual reason or some bullshit argument maybe that they could make for this one, but to block California's, which literally went through referendum and everything, that seems like it would be insane.
I mean, if they're willing to make up a pretext in this case, I think they're going to be willing to make a pretext. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Bet you $20.
This is something where it's like,
$20.
$20?
Yeah, there's no way.
That what?
That
What
the
is it?
Supreme
You
Court
like to
will
use a lot
issue
of
an
these,
injunction
make it
or
obstructing.
anything. That there's no way the Supreme Court will block California's redistricting, and even in a temporary measure, no shot.
I'll do the 20, and I'll be happy to be wrong about that one.
Good.
Actually, yeah, I'm happy to bet 20 because then if I'm wrong, then at least hey,
There you go.
A good thing has happened. If you're wrong, you have to pay me $20 and a bad thing has happened, so you're double fucked.
And the bet is by midterms?
The bet is I was gonna say by the end of the week, but I guess we can make it till midterms. It's fine.
Wait, why would it be till the end of the week?
So that I could win more easily. But
Oh, well,
I'm fine with making it fair. But yeah, no, I mean it seems kind of incredibly fucked to me that this is kind of what we're getting reduced to.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, then it's just the like Supreme Court now becomes the arbiter of like, oh yeah, like
They got a lot of
we are now
power.
going to come in and allow people to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. if I asked you this already, doesn't stop me. I think I only asked this a Pisco, but are you worried that if we do really well in the midterms and the Democrats come in and they pause, a lot of the horrible shit somehow by controlling both sides of Congress? Let's just say that happens, right? And then we have like 2 stagnant years of Donald Trump being a lame duck, and we get to the elections that people are going to be like, you know what, that first year was crazy and all, but like, actually, I don't give a shit. And
Democrats just need to signal positively. They should just try to take credit.
And then whenever the Democrat,
his shit is lagging a little. They should just try to take credit for whatever they can and just watch. Donald Trump will continue to fuck up. Just let him keep fucking up. He will.
Kind of, you're like cutting out.
I'm with you. Like, all right. Well, since my internet's going to shit and I got your answer, I will bow out and let Zip take over. You got this, bro.
I got it.
Bye, everybody.
Loser.
Destiny, Pisco had an idea on stream, and it was kind of on the lines of what we'd been talking about before. If Trump does pardon everybody and himself, there's a way where what you could do is make it so charge Trump with insurrection. Therefore, he was ineligible for office when he became president the second time.
No.
Therefore, he was acting under color of law. Therefore, like everything he was doing was illegal, including pardons. But then you would probably lose because he would be like de facto officer. But if you pack the Supreme Court, then they can rule against that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. There's because I thought the cutest way to get around a lot of stuff was, but this comes down also to some kind of legal interpretation of like a pardon. This relies on assuming that a pardon is an admission of guilt, basically, right?
No, that one wouldn't. That would just be the pardons it wasn't a pardon because he wasn't legally president, so he can't issue.
But you'd have to win on the insurrection case then.
Yeah, but that's very easy. That he incited the insurrection.
Well,
like Jan 6.
Is that an easy one? If you
Sure,
say
it's
so.
back to
Okay.
Supreme Court.
Oh, sure, yeah, because that would ultimately come down to Supreme Court ruling as well, right? Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that if you get him on the insurrection thing. I thought that like if he pardons himself, I would have to reread this again. I read a lot of this theory when having to do with the whole Trump. I don't remember what this came up for, but it was basically the question of if somebody pardons you, does that mean that you're guilty of the crime they did, or does it like wipe it away or whatever? And I thought the legal consensus, now you don't really ask this question because it's not really that relevant, but the idea was basically, well, if you're pardoned, you kind of have sort of admitted guilt, basically. It had to do with the Nixon
I think
stuff.
it's that if you accept it, then yes.
Basically, yeah. So by Nixon accepting the pardon, there was like there was a concession there that you could be charged with a crime as president, basically. But I feel like if somebody were to pardon themselves completely of all crimes, couldn't you theoretically charge them with like any crime and now say that like, well, I guess they're guilty because they pre-pardoned themselves and they accepted it? Because in that case, you could just charge him with insurrection. Now, he's already pardoned, so there's not a criminal penalty there. But if he is charged with insurrection and he says, fine, whatever, I did it, but I'm pardoned, then you say, okay, well, but as per that, then the 14th Amendment would apply to you, and then you wouldn't have been president because you already accepted guilt to this, and then you're clearly outside of the bounds of being elected, and then you invalidated all the actions this way. Do you remember? Or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty similar. Yeah, that's a pretty
it's
similar.
A similar
I think I think the other one's easier, but that's also another way. The issue there would be you would also get into if they wouldn't even necessarily have to use the pardon as defense, they would also say like criminal immunity or whatever. But that also, that would be if you pack the court, then that changes. So.
Sure.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I hadn't heard that one.
Wow. Well, what's up, guys?
Yeah. How about that movie, One Battle After Another?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Pretty meh. I agree.
I didn't watch it. Moon, what do you think about that?
Good one, Mooten.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch my man Cuomo for a little bit. Oh boy.
Okay.
What is he doing in here? Cuomo's kind of losing it, guys.
But there's a big headline. The feds finally caught the January 6th bomber, the man suspected of planting pipe bombs outside the RNC and DNC headquarters in D.C. just hours before the January 6th riots. You remember that? So the man they caught, that they say this is the guy, and let me tell you, looking at the evidence jacket that they put out, this is a lot of investigative work that points right at this guy, 30-year-old Brian Cole Jr., Woodbridge, Virginia, living just 30 minutes from the Capitol. He is proof of the biggest national security threat facing this country. But that's not what people seem to care about here. The curiosity is why it took about 5 years to get him. The Attorney General, while taking a victory lap with the FBI's Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, I'll come back to that in a second. Anyway, the Attorney General seemed to blame the length of time on the Biden administration.
This cold case languished for 4 years until Director Patel and Deputy Director Bongino came to the FBI.
We did not discover any new information. What we did, brought in a new team of investigators and experts, re-examined every piece of evidence, something that the prior administration refused and failed to do.
Folks, this is what it's like when you work for a president who tells you to go get the bad guys.
Wow.
It was due to the diligent and incredible work of a team in the Washington field office that came in and just scoured through this over and over and over and over again.
Heroes.
I'm glad they got the guy. I hope they can make a case beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm fine with them taking a victory lap. You should celebrate good things. It is good to get a bad guy like this if this is the right guy. I even get thanking the president. But blaming Biden? You know, there is no Trump or Biden FBI when it comes to the case agents who've been there for years. Now, I heard what they said about, we brought in new eyes. I don't know that that's true. You likely had at least some of the same people working on this case now as then. Why accuse them? Well, rage bait, of course. It's not good enough to have the win. Biden needs a loss. Why? Because it's the binary nature, zero sum. The Democrats always have to be bad for Republicans to be good. It's the coin of the realm, rage bait. But there is a legitimate basis for outrage here, and it has nothing to do with Biden. And I'm not talking about the conspiracies fed to MAGA, that this was an inside job. Remember that? I don't know. I hope you never heard that before, because that means you're really too deep into social media. But, they can't find the bomber because it's an inside guy. It was the FBI. Everybody there was from the FBI. Well, if that's true.
Hold on. Okay. I don't know if they're going to get into this one, okay? Listen up, okay? When you have a police department, okay, there are different standards of evidence for different things, okay? So probable cause is what you need to arrest somebody or issue an indictment, right? So there's some probable cause that somebody's committed a crime or whatever, right? You can investigate. A prosecutor, so this is the person who ultimately decides to file a case with the district that they're in for criminal charges, a criminal case against somebody, right? They're not just looking to meet that bare threshold of probable cause. What they're looking at is, do I feel like this is a case that I will win in court? So I don't know where he's going to go with this, but even if it were to come out that there was like compelling evidence that like this guy maybe committed this attack, and people are like, oh my God, they didn't charge him, so there was huge collusion. No, it could be that they found stuff that looked like, maybe even more likely than not, but more likely than not is a civil standard. If they didn't feel like they had the guy strongly on evidence that they could have won the case, then they wouldn't file a case against him. So, but I don't know. We'll see where he goes with this.
True? Guess what? Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, and Kash Patel, they're all part of the conspiracy. Because they're now saying that this guy was not an inside guy. Putting that foolishness aside, the outrage here is who's celebrating and how they're explaining it. You know, there's an expression, gaining power doesn't change a person, it just makes them more of who they always were. For Kash Patel and Dan Bongino to stand up there and take credit for catching this guy means that everything they were saying before about this very investigation was complete BS. They know who he is, he's an inside guy, it was fixed, and I believe they knew back then that they were full of it. They were in the rage bait business, and this is the second time they have tried to pretend they don't have a past. And that ain't getting past me, and I'll explain why.
Why?
This is not
Tell us.
nitpicking. It's not a gotcha.
Okay.
It's not petty.
Okay.
This is the root of what is wrong. The division in this country is largely manufactured for advantage. And it has been manufactured by people who weaponize information to make you think that you can only trust them and the other side is the devil. And Kash Patel and Dan Bongino were two of the guys who were powerful purveyors of exactly that. And it is not my opinion. Look.
There is a massive cover-up because the person who planted those pipe bombs, they don't want you to know who it was because it's either a connected anti-Trump insider or this was an inside job. There are going to be people in the FBI who are trying to protect their jobs. And they're going to start releasing information now about the bomber, which was an inside job, no question in my mind. It was clearly some Democrat operative.
Do you think the Federal Bureau of Investigation can't find a bomber in the United States of America? Or there was some government ruse or some FBI rogue source? You get rewarded for your criminal cover-up government gangster operations.
Government gangster. Not the government gangster.
Look at Benny Johnson. When Patel references government gangsters, it's a shameless plug of his book. See the game. Where was that BS today? Cash, where was it today? Dan, where was it? Where was the inside job? Where was that? It's a Democratic operative. Where is all that stuff that you sold to poison people and get paid? The answer is the same reason they dropped the BS they used to sell about Epstein. Okay? And I'll tell you why it pisses me off.
Why?
Because these guys matter. And we need them in the positions that they're in, that they were gifted by this president. And I combat the BS that they put out there all the time. And now they get to stand up there. This is what happens when you work for a president who says, go get the bad guys, and this is what we did, and this is the guy. You were telling people they already knew who it was, and that it was a Democratic plant, and that the FBI was all about it. Now you're running that agency and you don't say it anymore.
No, I just pushed the wrong button.
The same reason you pretended you never said Epstein was murdered. You never said there was a client list that the deep state was keeping sealed. And now you are doing more redacting at the FBI that you both run than anyone has ever seen on those same files. Why? Why? Because they are part of the problem. They use rage bait to get paid by you. And they get you to click that button, and they'll say anything to make it happen. It's as simple as that. And the proof is the past versus the present. If they weren't lying then, why won't they admit it when they talk about it now under oath, like they wouldn't about Epstein? If it wasn't BS then, and they really believed it, why wouldn't he say today, hey, you know, I thought this was a Democratic operative. I was wrong. Because, why? I get it. You can't say that. Can't say that. The president, unfortunately, is right. Apologizing is losing. You're right. I hate it. It's not what we teach our kids. It's not what you want in a civil society, but we're not a civil society right now, and we all know it.
Damn.
I get that. But we need him to be better. We have to, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. We need leaders in the positions that they're in. We need these guys to be worthy of the positions that the president gifted them. And I wish he had not. This team is not a good look for the president. They are not serving him well, in my opinion. And you could say, well, look, they just caught the guy. Yeah, they caught the guy that they said was a Democratic operative for years. They said it. Okay? Just say we should have never said the bomber was an FBI plant. We should have never said FBI was murdered. We shouldn't have said those things.
Probably,
we're working off the facts now, and here it is. Okay? And again, I don't want to own them. I don't want to even disrespect them. I want them to earn some respect. Because here's the deal, okay? While they were distracting all of you, or so many of you, really, hopefully none of you, because I hope you're critical thinkers and independent, which is why you seek out News Nation. The boogeymen that they created have distracted us from the real threat. And this alleged bomber is Exhibit A. Another disaffected young American male living at home with his mom, isolated, aggravated, and driven to a desperate act in the name of destroying the system. This is the #1 national security threat in America. Extremists acting with violence. You do not have to be an extreme Islamist to be a fundamentalist and act on extreme ideas. And if you look at the political violence in our country, it is much more about other American homegrown people than it is imported jihadis. Look at the disgrace to my Italian ethnicity, this Mangione guy. 1 year ago today, he assassinated a healthcare CEO to make a point. We have more people in this country who are homegrown, radicalized here, and seem to hate America and are willing to act on that animus than at any other time in my life. It's being fed by social media, and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino were the people among those feeding it. And the reason they need to own that is so that we can do what we need them to do now. Okay? I don't care about the parties. I don't care about what party they're with. I see the two-party system as the problem, but we're all going to lose when there is more violence from guys just like this, and there will be more because the energy is all towards fomenting more as opposed to stopping it. And Kash Patel and Dan Bongino have to make a choice. Either you can be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. What are they going to choose? Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and
Okay. This guy says some crazy shit, but I think this is pretty good. I agree with all this.
Me too.
Okay, hold on. Minneapolis Police Department Chief. What was this?
We have experienced reports in this city, and I'm sure in St. Paul also, where people call to say that there's folks that are masked, that they're not sure if they're law enforcement, that they may be kidnapping people. Like, we have had those reports. I want to be clear to the community. The community should know that if you see something like that, that is legitimate, that you don't know if someone is law enforcement, you should call 911. And you should provide as much information as possible, because let's not forget, we very recently had tragedy in this state by someone who was purporting to be law enforcement. So please, let's be clear. That's something everyone should report, and that we will immediately respond to, and we will document, whether it's somebody's not sure if there's a kidnapping happening, somebody's not sure if that there's law enforcement present or not. And that's something else, that's additional policy requirements that we are implementing, that we will document and report these types of things anytime that we hear it, and reminding our officers of their duty to intervene. So if there is anything that is a violation of someone's human rights or civil rights, excessive force or anything like that, they absolutely have a duty to intervene as police officers.
Okay, thanks. Use of racist slur by wounded man in Portland's Old Town stabbing spurs jury to acquit. Wait, by wounded man? Oh no. An Old Town stabbing case ended in defeat for Multnomah County prosecutors once jurors learned the wounded man had been videoed uttering a racist slur in the struggle's aftermath. Before his acquittal, Gary Edwards was charged with second-degree assaulting for knifing a stranger on Northwest 5th Avenue near the Union Station Max stop on the morning hours of July 7th. But while Edwards admitted to the stabbing, on the witness stand, he said it was self-defense based on the other man's aggression. Edwards testified that Gregory Howard Jr. yelled a racist slur as soon as he saw him. Howard denied that. Transit cameras showed Edwards a fixed-blade knife clasped at his side, approaching Howard from behind as he sat on a bench. The video has no sound, but Howard springs up and pushes Edwards as soon as he sees him. The duo scuffle against a wall for a brief moment, ending with Edwards stabbing Howard in the shoulder. Defense attorney Daniel Small said the most relevant evidence was recorded later when security officers heard the wounded man shouting the racist slur and captured on their body cameras as he described the incident. Edwards is black, Howard is white. Both are alike in other respects. Each is 43 years old, with arrest records reflecting the cycles of homelessness and violent disorder. Smallside Edwards was simply approaching Howard and offering a polite trade. His knife for some cigarettes. Is that approaching a guy with a knife or a gun out? Hey, bro, can I have some cigarettes in exchange for my... Maybe that might be normal. I don't know how homeless people normally barter with each other. What other racism?
Really a cig.
What, other than racism, could explain why Mr. Howard perceived hatred, animosity, and aggression from a complete stranger? I would have to see this video. Do you have this video? Have you watched this cop slap?
No, but this sounds fucking awesome.
Prosecutor Catherine Williams recounted the altercation differently, saying it was irrelevant. What the wounded man said after the fact, and that Edwards was always in control during the altercation. The defendant is not scared for his life. He didn't retreat. He sauntered up and he sauntered away after he stabbed someone. The defendant created the situation, and they acquitted. The jury acquitted Edwards.
Sauntered?
Yeah, sauntered, like casually, kind of like walking away, you know, in celebration.
They acquitted his ass?
The jury, yeah, after they found out that the defendant guy who got stabbed used a racial slur after.
That's awesome.
Good for him.
Both these guys have pretty bad records. Jesus.
Any linkers?
Wait, he was convicted of what? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, the Edwards guy who stabbed the dude was convicted of attempted second-degree assault in 2021 and was sentenced to 3 years in prison for another stabbing at the Skidmore Fountain Max platform in May of 2020. And then he was accused of fourth-degree assault for fighting with a clerk at Old Town's Helen's Market, but the case was dismissed in June because no public defender was available to take his case. And then Howard, the guy who got stabbed, has been arrested several times in recent years and was convicted of felony rape of a child in Washington's Kitsap County in 1997.
They didn't have a public defender to take his case, so he just gets off?
Based.
That's crazy.
I mean, they probably prioritize who needs a public defender the most. And they were just like, oh, this case probably doesn't warrant doing it. That's not worth their time.
Hey, crime's legal, I guess, then. Fuck it.
True. I mean, that's how our asylum system kind of worked for a couple of years. What? You can't see it right now? Just give me a slip and I promise I'll show up to my immigration court date.
I'll show.
Yeah, I'll show. Jesus. We've got a message from our friend of the stream, Lauren De Laguna.
Oh?
Oh.
The Destiny drama is getting so annoying. And, like, his fans are purposely retarded. Like, purposely. So stupid. For instance, one of the main people who's been attacking me apparently is sleeping with him right now, first of all. Second of all, one guy is like, oh yeah, how can you both say that you're not involved at all but also a witness? Well, because he's forcing me to be a witness and I am not relevant. I shouldn't be involved at all, but he's forcing me to be a witness, so I get the witness protection, but also I shouldn't be involved at all. And I had like 12 people explain this to him. Why then do I see him reposting and ratioing me whenever it's on Destiny's page? Oh yeah, how can you be not involved in a witness? After it's already explained to him, he knows. They're purposely dumb. I don't have a Substack. I never created a Substack. I never written anything. Also, getting my friends to represent another friend is not giving legal advice.
She did admit on her Twitter, because before it was always, I'm not involved. She would always say very carefully to people, she's not using a law firm that I suggested or whatever, which is true, but she talked to 5+ people at least in the background, trying to desperately get them to take Pixie's case on. And she's talked to like 10+ other influencer type people, like people like Nick Rekieta, Amy Dangerfield, all these other people, to try to get them to, or in some cases successfully getting them to change the way that they talk about Tim Pool and his cast. I think she tried to contact Ethan and Hassan. It's just super crazy how much time she has in the background to do all this. But now she's admitted that, okay, fine, I asked my attorney friends to represent my friend, but then she's saying, well, this doesn't count as legal advice though. But before she would always say, oh, I have no involvement whatsoever, but she's very careful with her wording. Yeah. But
wait, so what happened was she went to her friends, asked them to represent Pixie, and none of them said yes.
Yeah,
So
all of them said this was a fucking retarded case. It was a horrible case. None of them wanted to do it. Yeah.
What a surprise.
Joan will do it.
Joan. That's a true friend right there. I mean,
11 minutes.
Joan's getting everything she could ever want. She's making a fuck ton of money off attorney's fees for this shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Just random ass fucking filings every other day.
All right. Good friend of the stream, Taylor Lorenz now. Oh, God.
Taylor Lorenz, welcome back to the show. It's nice to see you. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks for having me.
Thought it was awesome.
Absolutely. All right. I don't know why I have to have that exchange first, even though it's so cursory, but I don't know. I just need it. I can't start without it. All right. Let's dive right into what we were just talking about, which is this lawsuit or these series of lawsuits brought by an extremely wealthy streamer. He became very wealthy as a result of what had been the popularity of his show, Ethan Klein. And I think he lost a lot of his audience over the last couple of years because he was identified as kind of a hardcore Zionist, which is
are these Hassan talking points?
A good way to keep
hardcore
a younger online audience. But also it just kind of, he seemed to become just, the whole show seems to be about his vendettas. And one of the ways he expressed these vendettas is that he searched out 3, I wouldn't call them tiny, but certainly not at all large streamers, younger women.
Younger
and
women?
sued them for copyright infringement.
Younger women? Why do we even have... What is that adjective even doing in that sentence? Younger women? Wait, what the fuck? Okay.
For putting a video putting a video of his on their channel and kind of commenting on it, reacting to it. And it's like, even if they did the copywriting, he made it clear that the rationale, the motive for it was that he has a ton of money and knows that they have none, and therefore can destroy them simply by bankrupting them or forcing them to settle.
Wow.
And last night, one of them read a script that was designed to humiliate her as much as possible.
Wow.
Can you tell us a little bit about like where he is and kind of the ecosystem of how information is being consumed in that world, but also this tactic of bullying people who don't have financial resources to force them into submission?
Jesus.
Yeah, so let's be clear. Ethan Klein is a multi-millionaire YouTuber. He's one of the richest YouTubers out there. He's consistently in YouTube's top earners in terms of their podcast charts that they have. His podcast, the H3H3 podcast, has been going, I think, for a decade, if not longer. He's sort of an OG YouTuber, so he really got famous in the 2010s by covering drama and kind of being like an edgelord on the internet. He famously had a show with Hassan Piker called The Leftovers. October 7th happened. They had this messy breakup because, as you mentioned, Ethan's a hardcore Zionist. His wife, Hila, was in the IDF, has continued to defend the IDF.
Jesus, these talking point speed runs.
She's used his millions and millions of dollars to essentially...
Right? She's Israeli
She's
herself.
Israeli.
Yes. And they lived in Israel, I think, too, right? So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what the dog was barking?
So these are Israel defenders here. You know, he's talked about wanting to go back to Israel, show everyone how beautiful Israel is. He's denied the genocide.
Wow.
He's, you know, it's disgusting what the stuff that he's doing in terms of that. So he lost, you know, a faction of his audience, but he, again, is this multi-millionaire, lives in this mansion in a gated community in one of the nicest, richest areas of Los Angeles. And he uses his vast amount of money and the attention that he gets from monetizing these hate campaigns to financially abuse these women. As you mentioned, these women have no audience compared to Ethan Klein. These are 3 very small Twitch streamers with a couple, you know, a few thousand watchers or whatever, viewers.
Very small,
and they
irrelevant, one
reacted
might
to
say.
a video of his, something that he encouraged people to do. He encouraged people to react, you know, to his videos. This is very common in Twitch culture. They reacted, they criticized him, and he didn't like that. And so he used his money to essentially financially destroy them. And none of this is about copyright. As you mentioned, it's all about sort of just dominating them and destroying their lives. And he's a vindictive psychopath.
Psychopath.
You know, here's the thing, Tara. I don't know a lot about the substance of the dispute. I didn't really follow it. But let's just assume for the sake of argument that they did.
He's just speculating.
Technically violate copyright, or maybe even intentionally did so. I mean, there are like YouTube programs who just take my show wholesale and they just upload it to their channel. And maybe they're like, we're going to comment on this. And then they barely comment.
Wow.
And obviously I could sue them, and I know that, but I don't want to I don't want to spend my life trying, it reminds me of like you go to the gym every day, you're super strong, you happen to be born like 6'3", and then you go out on the street like looking for people who are like 5'6" and really skinny to beat up so that you can feel good about yourself. Like that's not what psychologically healthy people do.
What are we doing? Who does this?
You know, so I feel like I've been wronged on the internet in all sorts of ways, but and maybe like I have a fleeting sense of like, God, I could destroy that person if I wanted using a tactic like this, but I just would never do it because it's so corrosive to the soul. But it's also kind of threatening to free speech, right? Like if this becomes a tactic that people commonly use, you can destroy anybody you want and intimidate them out of criticizing you. Like talk about that more specific feature of just like being so addicted, but also the broader implications of this.
Yeah. Talk about that.
I mean, what Ethan is doing is so gross on so many levels. Obviously, he's just personally destroying these women's lives, and he's a cry bully throughout the whole thing. He's trying, he's doing the Israel move of just like, abusing others and then playing the victim. So that's just abhorrent. What I think is also just so corrosive is that YouTube and Twitch and all of the social media is built on building and critiquing the ideas of others. If you're going to put out some long video and people are going to critique it, maybe they are going to hate it. Maybe they are going to, thwart you in some way. Maybe they will technically violate some copyright law if you were to find it. But the spirit of YouTube has always been that you don't sue people over that type of stuff. You engage, right? Or you allow people to comment on your work. YouTube and I've reported on this extensively in my book about the negative associations a lot of the YouTube community had with the copyright system generally, because most YouTubers are getting copy strikes from big, reacting to like the Marvel movies or these big entertainment franchises. So copyright law has always been very intertwined with speech and speech law, obviously. And, Ethan knows that he can't pursue any sort of defamation case against these women. He knows that there's anti-SLAPP protections, thank God, in California and other states. So he's trying to use copyright law to sort of set these, to punish these women. I don't even think he wants to set any sort of precedent here because he doesn't actually seem to care about winning these cases. He just cares about humiliating these women and financially destroying them. But I do think it's set this really nervous tone among YouTubers, where a lot of YouTubers are threatened to sue literally everyone that lightly criticizes him, while the entire time claiming to be the victim.
Horrible.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's exactly what you said. It's the Israel complex.
So
like we're going to bomb you and kill you and destroy you and like amass all this money and weapons, but we're going to then simultaneously claim that we're the victims and you're bullying us. Just to be clear on this precedent issue, like I didn't mean like a legal precedent. I meant I'll just tell you this quick anecdote, which is why this bothers me so much. Culturally. There's this journalist, Alex Quadras, and he's like a very well-regarded, accomplished journalist. Has reported for like major political magazines all throughout the West, including like the New Yorker and the New York Times. And he wrote a book on Brazilian oligarchs. He was based in Brazil for a while. He's an American journalist, but he was based in Brazil, called Brazilianaires. And it was about like Brazilian billionaires and how they corrupt the political culture and dominate the country and subvert democracy. He could not get this book published in Brazil, despite his pedigree of journalism, because every publisher was petrified that they would just be vendetta sued into the ground by these billionaires who could obviously sue them forever. And it only got published in English in the US, where, it didn't sell very much and didn't make an impact because it was about Brazil. It was supposed to be published in Brazil, and he literally couldn't get it published there because of this idea that if I have enough money and you criticize me or you report on me or you challenge me in any way, I can have the best lawyers find some way to just destroy you, even if you've done nothing wrong. And we talk about the threats to online free speech and a free internet. This seems to be a really significant one to me. And as you said, big corporations use it all the time. And now we have someone who's involved in political disputes, a big defender of Israel. I think they do give lip service to maybe it is a genocide in Gaza, but clearly they're there to defend the IDF and Zionism. Basically sending the signal that if you criticize us, we'll destroy you. Yeah, they're liberal Zionists. Exactly.
Yeah, and they can say, "Oh, Israel commits a genocide," and then they're retweeting the people that are saying that there's no such thing as a genocide. I mean, they're just Gosh, Ethan makes these comments, but you have to look at the totality of his behavior. And yeah, he's just a liberal Zionist. But I mean, you mentioned about this idea of this. First of all, that's horrible what happened to that journalist in Brazil. But we're seeing this happen so much in America. I think of actually David Enrich's fantastic book, New York Times journalist who reports a lot on these horrible lawsuits against the press. Has a book called Murder the Truth. It's about the fight to overturn New York Times versus Sullivan, which is this seminal sort of free speech lawsuit in the U.S. But he talks about how increasingly there's these law firms that go out and sort of recruit targets, or they work with sometimes influencers, sometimes anyone that sort of like has a grievance, and they'll just fund these lawsuits. They get wealthy donors to fund these lawsuits and destroy, the target. And this is happening a lot to local journalists. This is happening increasingly to influencers. A lot of content creators that call out wrongdoing, citizen journalists, whatever you want to call these people, like a lot of them are they're challenging people in power. They're covering the stuff that the mainstream media is not willing to cover. They're speaking up about Palestine, whatever. And they have these powerful interests, these powerful legal firms, these powerful billionaires, whatever, suing them into the ground. And now you have then now you have Ethan Klein, who's also a powerful millionaire and has also aligned himself with other powerful, rich Zionists like Ryan Kavanaugh. Ryan Kavanaugh, who co-founded Triller, guys. He's like an entertainment guy with millions of dollars. He previously sued Ethan Klein for defamation. Ethan lost, and then they sort of aligned now because they're both Israel supporters to, I guess to have this sort of stance towards their critics, where they don't think anybody that has less money than them should be allowed to speak freely on the internet.
Thanks for watching this clip from System Update. Our live.
Thank you.
Do you feel that was a accurate retelling?
Yep. I agreed with every single word.
Everybody knows Ethan Klein's a massive Zionist, right? Everyone knows that.
What do you think, Lucas? Sir?
Damn. He said, rip. Uh-oh.
Okay, here.
Oh, that's nice.
A fluff ball? He's a good boy.
Thank you. No, you look happy.
Send.
Still call me ugly though.
I never said ugly. I said fat. I said funny.
You called it fat? I think you should cancel him, guys. Probably.
I meant funny.
Chat is going crazy. This is the crazy.
Damn.
That's so epic.
That's an epic?
I said that's so epic.
True.
Jesus.
It's better. If she knows this clip is something, right? Why does she skip it? Why does she skip it? Or if it is not any drama, why not at least in the way or not to call it for what it is? Because if it's not bad, I mean, what about it? I don't get it. Well, if it's not bad, you can watch it, right?
True.
But I think you can acknowledge that. Oh, guys, this is bad, right? So I don't really get it.
Hey. What do you think, Moot? Huh? Wow.